Hello and welcome back to the afternoon session of the British Championships. I'm joined in the commentary booth today with Mahin.
Hello. It was a very, very exciting morning, indeed, with the women in the morning. And now we move on to the 59s and the 74 men. So just to go through the lineup, so we have 4 men in the 59s. So we've got Ishtiaq, Lahiru, Aftab and Ibnu, all very, very strong lifters looking to chase the top 3. We have quite a few lifters in the 74s, but quite a few to look out for. It's going to be a very competitive battle. We've got the likes of Saber, Dylan Nelson, Luke Rogers,
Sam Dew, all really, really strong names there floating about, and I think there'll be a really good battle in it for the 74s.
We've got the 3 heaviest openers. They've got same body weight, so we're going to be seeing some tight battles here as well. But very, very exciting lifting to come. We will be seeing hopefully some records being broken. Hopefully we pray that Dylan doesn't vomit on the platform. But yeah, really, really excited. The electricity in the room is absolutely buzzing at the moment. And yeah, I think everyone's really getting into the flow of the competition now, which is
absolutely.
lovely.
And it's getting much busier in here, as you said. We're 1 minute out from the lifting beginning. We've got the return of Luke Rogers himself as well to the 74s. But yeah, we will get the first lift on the platform in less than a minute, and we'll just take this time to thank our sponsors, Aleco and SPD, as well as White Lights Media for running the running the live stream, the media, and also thank you to all the volunteers who kind of make this all possible as well.
For sure. As you know, powerlifting is a sport that is run quite heavily on volunteers, so we appreciate every single person's contribution to the competition in any manner.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. Here you can see the score sheet up, so you can see some of the opening attempts here for the 59 and 74 kilo class. So it'll be split into 2 flights, just like we had earlier. The first pertaining the 59 and 74 kilo, and the second would just be the 74 kilo class men.
And with that, the bar is loaded for the first lift of the afternoon session today. We have Lahiru, 150 kilograms on the bar, weighing in at 58.4. All of them within that 58 range of body weight in this weight class. Very small amount of people in the weight class. Let's see how this moves.
Lovely indeed.
Wow.
There, yeah.
He buried that.
Very wide stance as well.
Yeah. You don't see that often with the lighter lifters. We now have Ishtiaq,
who I believe you said is a junior.
Yes. I'm going to fact check this quickly. But yeah, he is a phenomenal lifter. He was out at Worlds last year, put up a very good performance. Some would say he is the Mr. Powerlifting. Absolutely lives and breathes this sport.
Bar is loaded, fish attack, and this is 165 kilos on the bar as his opening attempt.
Yep, final year as a junior for Ishtiaq. 165 kilograms on the bar. And that was very, very easy. What do the judges say about that lift?
Just waiting for one referee there.
And the referees say?
3 white lights. There we go.
Great lift.
We now have Ibnu opening with 170 kilos on the bar.
Nottingham's very own, trains at the University of Nottingham gym. Very, very strong Very, very strong individual.
Bar is very busy.
A 170-kilogram opener. This is a very, very big opener for a 59-kilo lifter.
And that was a lovely opener there, and 3 white lights. Now we have Aftab with 190 kilos for his opener. And do you know what?
Yep.
That is 3 kilos below the current record held by held by Benedict Grant, and hasn't been broken since about this time last year.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ryan. Oh, right. Okay, I see what's happening. So we they have split the flights with including the 74s. So there will be some 74 lifters in this as well. So as Aftab has a higher squat and the bar is always ascending, we have some 74 lifters to come before him. But here
Absolutely.
we have Ryan, 175 kilograms on the bar.
that was my mistake there, but we still have that big squat to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It is a little confusing on this lifting cast because it goes all over the place, but
Lovely there from Ryan.
easy as you like.
And that is a good lift.
Next up, we have Kieran, 180 kilograms on the bar for his opener.
And as Mahin said, we're jumping between 2 weight classes at the moment. So if you're wondering which they're in, it should say underneath their name there. Kieran is in his 74s and opening at 180 kilos.
Drives it up, makes easy work of it. These openers are looking really, really good so far. Now we have Aftab coming on for 190 kilograms.
Yeah, well, the facts I said still stand. It's 3 kilos less than the current record.
He is the reigning current British champ from last year in the 59s. He is he's quite a veteran lifter in the 59s. Goes for an extreme weight cut every time he goes for his competitions. Unfortunately, he's just having to pull his socks down. He was wearing his deadlift socks, which there needs to be skin showing from the knee sleeve up until the sock. So he's had to just go off the platform to take them off. Sorry, pull them down. And now he can get ready. And he's quite a spectacle to watch.
He's so
on
strong.
the platform.
Yeah. And as you were saying, you can't adjust your kit on the platform. It has to be before you get on.
The only kit that you can adjust is your belt.
Yeah.
And he sinks it and he's driving it up. Ooh, unfortunately, he just lost a bit of balance.
Yeah, he just fell back a bit
Yeah.
there. So
Aftab is has a very common theme with his lifting. He's ever so slightly unpredictable, but we've seen this before. I've seen this before, and he comes back on his second and third. So maybe just the nerve still probably isn't fully fledged. Retaining all that water, trying to get back to the body weight he probably was before he did his cut. We now have Ridder, Leeds' his very own, Implexus' his very own 74 kilo lifter. and he drives that up, and he makes absolute easy work of that. Great stuff there, Rida. Very composed lifter, phenomenal deadlifter. I'm excited to watch him deadlift as well.
The deadlifts are going to be quite the spectacle, I think.
For sure, for sure. We still do have some like really, really big squats coming as well.
Oh, absolutely massive. These are huge squats already, and this is the first flight of lifters.
For sure.
We have James Cullen now with 192.5 kilos on the bar.
He's rocking the new A7 hourglass knee sleeves that recently came up.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Just very cool knee sleeves to wear.
Lovely and quick there from James, and the referees say 3 white lights.
Great lift there.
Now with 197.5 kilos on the bar, Ismail Abrahams gets ready for his opening attempt.
And finally, we get to see some more lifters with headbands, which is always cool. Very, very, very narrow arms there as he unracks. Wow.
Big smile on his face as he racks it, and the referees say 3 white lights.
3 white lights.
205 kilos goes on the bar, and it's 3 lifters. First up at black light 9 will be Ben, followed by Jacob and then Connor.
We now have Ben Poole, who is opening with 205 kilos and rocking, must I say, a spectacular moustache.
Spectacular indeed. Lovely, lovely moustache there. We are not 10 minutes into this competition and we are already getting over 200 kilo openers on squats, which is just crazy. Lovely to see. Drives it up, and that was so simple. Very, very easy attempt there from Ben.
And now we have 205 remain on the bar for Jacob Blackburn, who weighed in at exactly 73 kilos on the dot. Actually, quite a few people did.
Yeah. You do obviously find, which may not be as obvious to the viewers, the lower the weight class, you tend to have the people quite close to the weight class. Once you get to the heavier lifters, people do take time to grow up and fill out the weight classes, so they are significantly under at times. Now on to Jacob, 205. Drives it up. Wow, great squat.
Yeah, that didn't really look like it registered
Yeah.
at all for him.
Yeah.
That is a good lift, 3 white lights.
And it's a nice trim as well. Have you seen that?
The mullet.
Yeah, it's like got a nice mullet going on there. Mullet and the moustache.
Mullets are in.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. We now have 205 kilos on the bar still for Connor Beckenkrager.
That is a great name.
It is.
Beckenkrager. 205. A lot of people attempting 205 as their opener. Is this what, the 4th one we've seen now? And he drives it up.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. That was quick. You can't slow this one down. Lovely stuff. And people are doing really well with depth.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Maybe they saw the earlier flights and thought, I've got to sink this.
Although we also have had a rotation in referees.
Yep, that too.
So yeah, but I think a lot of people are doing really well, executing their openers really well, building. You know, it's always that case of you want to be building for that third.
Yeah.
Sorry, after you.
We now move on to the second flight of squats for this flight of lifters. We have Lahiru going up 10 kilos to 160 kilos on the bar. As you can see, he is one of the 59 kilo lifters.
Adopting quite a wide stance. He got it up. It wasn't as deep as his opener, but still 3 white lights.
Yeah,
Good lift.
luckily it's not about convincing us, it's about convincing the referees, which he did.
Yep.
It actually looked better watching it back on that replay.
Yeah, for sure.
But that is another squat on the board for him. And now we have Ishak with 175 kilos, another 10 kilo jump.
Yep. Ishtiaq is the junior champion. He also holds open records as a junior in the bench press and the deadlift. Phenomenal deadlifter.
And the total, actually.
Yeah, and total. So I'm really excited to see. I believe this is his first seniors. So we'll see what total he can put on the board going up against age category above. Did not seem to phase him whatsoever. And that's 3 white lights. That's a great attempt there from Ishtiaq.
Yeah, if he wanted to, he could definitely add another 10 kilos
100%.
on for his third.
I completely agree. That was a great second attempt for him.
Yeah. We now have Ibnu, who's added 5 kilos from his opener to 175 kilos. That lovely 3 red plate bar, which we love to see.
Ishtiaq also trains at home, so he has his whole setup at home, and he's only recently bought the like comp equipment stuff, so he's been training on that, which seems to be really working out beneficial for him. We now have Ibnu 175. No wrist wraps. Not that common in just squatting in general. A lot of people opt to wear them.
Yeah, far less common to see that in low bar. We see it quite a lot in high bar where people don't wear wrist wraps.
Yes, true.
That man has some strong wrists on him.
Yeah.
That's a lovely looking second attempt there.
Yep. The strong wrist powering him through that second attempt there.
Right, remember we're jumping back and forth from 2 weight classes. So those were the 3 of the 459s. And now we move to Ryan Hill of the 74s, a 10 kilo jump to 185 kilos.
And now, one thing I also love to see is the spotters and loaders really, even though they're pretty low energy from having to lift weights all day, they're always encouraging the lifters. They're as close to the lifters as they can get, so let's see Ryan. Let's see what he's got now.
That moved really very nicely for Ryan there, and the referees say 3 white
White lights. Yep.
Quite tall for a 74.
Yeah.
So room to grow for sure.
For sure.
Ryan.
He's he made really easy work of that second attempt.
Yeah, we now have Kieran Drysdale with a 5 kilo jump to 185 kilos.
Another squatter not wearing wrist straps. Rise it up. Good. Also kind of looks like Mike Teixeira.
And that is a good lift.
Yeah, that was a really good lift. Very deep, very controlled.
Right, so now going back to Aftab, who's retaking the 190. As we saw in the first one, he kind of just tipped backwards. He lost his balance, and you said we've seen it before, where he's come back and absolutely smashed his second and third once he gets a little bit more confident on the platform.
Aftab is the type of lifter that he wants to 100% make sure that he has no kilos left to leave on the platform. So you can always rely on Aftab to go all out for every single lift.
So we now have 190 kilos on the bar, retaking for Aftab Odin.
Yep. He has a routine for every lift, very, very precise. You'll see that's very evident in his bench press setup as well. If he can hold it now and drive it up. Ooh.
Good catch from the spotters there.
A little unfortunate there for Aftab.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can come back on his third.
It's a number on your opener that you imagine you can do, so you've got to think like the cut must have been really hard.
Yeah.
Trying it for this first and, falling back must have been really energy sapping. So, it's just about recomposing yourself and trying to come back and get that for the third. Because, it might seem obvious to people who watch powerlifting, but if you're new to it, you cannot put a number lower on the bar than, obviously you've had for your previous attempt, which to everyone in powerlifting is super obvious, but, for people watching.
For sure. We now have Ridder. He recently competed at the White Lights Media competition. So this is a pretty quick turnaround onto the next comp for him. Going for 200. Let's go, Ridder. An absolute dream. Lovely second attempt there. Let's see what the referees say. And that's 3 white lights. I'd say he's good for at least another 5 kilos there. They are showing Aftab again for some reason. But one thing about Aftab is he cuts a lot of weight for his competitions. I remember last year in the warm-up room, he kind of looked like the life had been sucked out of him, genuinely. It was quite harsh, but he bounces back really well. We now have James, 202, I believe.
That is 202.5 kilos, yeah. And that is a 10 kilo jump for James.
Let's go, James. He's got a very, very good squat. Sets it up very well. Drives it up.
Yeah,
solid.
Really nice there
Absolutely
from James.
Solid, yeah. Very narrow hand width. Apologies, we are facing some technical difficulties.
We now have 205 kilos being loaded on the bar for Ismail. This is a 7.5 kilo jump from his opener of 197.5 kilos, which looked great.
Yeah, for sure. And he's wearing the Nike Tower shoes. They are so cool. They're white and gold. I recently got some. I really like them.
Nice big brace there.
Drives it up. And look, see the power in them shoes and the headband. You can't go wrong.
I mean, it is a great squat from Ismail, and it's nice to see them smiling after, to know that they're enjoying themselves.
100%. Because I think that's so true. Sometimes with powerlifting, especially with it being such a sport that you do have to focus quite a lot. A lot of people are very they chase the numbers, they chase the end goal, and throughout the kind of meet, it's people aren't really having fun and trying to kind of encourage other people that look, enjoy your lifts. But it's really, really nice to see people when they get really, really happy after lifting, even if it's any attempt.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very nice to see.
For sure.
We now have Ben Paul taking 215 kilos.
Yeah, a very, very valid second attempt here. I think 205 was absolutely smoke for him.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine 215 will trouble him much at all. And that moustache. Gosh. And he's driving it up, yeah.
Really tidy squat from Ben there.
100%. You genuinely, just from the little, like the little mannerisms and the way he's going about his lifting, you can just tell that this man has a lot of experience.
215 kilos on the bar now for Conor Beckenkrager. A lot of 10 kilo jumps is a common jump that you see kind of at this weight class.
Yeah.
And this is the penultimate second attempt before we move to the final attempts of this flight. But don't go anywhere because we go straight into the rest of the 74 kilo men.
2:15 for Conor. He's wearing the old SBD black singlet.
Old school.
Yeah. Drives it up.
Wow, just as tidy as his first. And that is 3 white lights. That's a good lift.
I am super impressed by this flight so far. Everybody's second attempts moved, on the majority, moved really, really well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've really had no issues with depth. I don't want to jinx anything quite yet, but on the openers, you know, everyone seemed to do pretty well with that. We've got Jacob Blackburn now with the final second attempt of this flight with 217.5 kilos.
This is our first 12.5 kilo jump. I think he might be chasing the 500 pounds, 227.5. That is a really cool milestone to hit. I do love the conversion of milestones. I can see his family members in the audience cheering him on. And he drives it up. Smooth. I think he probably wanted it to move a little quicker. But
there's a 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah. I don't think he should be disappointed whatsoever. He's got one more attempt. He can still, go forward on 2.5, 5 kilos. 5 kilos at least. And people usually bring a lot more energy on their thirds. So we're going to see, hopefully, some Bobby Butters type aggression
well,
now.
We know we'll get some Dylan Nelson type in the next flight.
Yep.
So right now we have Lahiru with 165 kilos for his final attempt.
I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is really reserved third attempt. He definitely looks really experienced. I think he's genuinely so cool, calm and collected. His second attempt was really, really easy. I do not see this phasing him whatsoever. Let's go, Lahiru. Yeah.
Really nice there.
Yeah, great third attempt.
I think a good choice to be able to conserve energy though as well. And like we said, we don't know what their goals here are today. So, I think it was a good call from their coach.
It's a very Kibriya Ali type squat.
Who will we see tomorrow?
Who we will see tomorrow, yes. Very exciting. So well done, Lahiru. Great start. I tend to find that, genuinely, someone should do a study on this. If you go 3 for 3 on squats, how the rest of your day pans out. Because a lot of people that go 3 for 3 on squats tend to go 9 for 9 for the rest of the day.
Any performance analysts listening?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a task.
Now we have Ishtiaq going for 182.5. His second attempt moved flawlessly. All eyes are on him. Phenomenal lifter. Let's go now, Ishtiaq. And he's driving it up. It moved really, really quickly. And it was 3 white lights. Great third attempt. He made easy work of that third attempt.
He did indeed.
Genuinely, that was so easy. Phenomenal third attempt.
Really good effort. We now have 190 kilos on the... Oh, 185, sorry.
Yeah.
Keep getting too excited.
Yeah, and I think Ishtiaq did really well because he is a big puller. He's going to want to save some energy for that pull. And he's putting himself in serious contention up against the top lifters of the 59s.
Yeah, Ibnu with 185 kilos, a 10 kilo jump, which is interesting because he went 5 from his first to his second.
Yes.
And now has gone 10 from his second to his third.
Yeah. Also, this flight of 59s are phenomenal deadlifters, all of them. We've also got phenomenal benches, but all of them are opening over 200 plus, which is just crazy. Let's go, Ibnu. And he's driving it up. Wow.
Really good pull there.
Yeah. I think that was bang on. Because he went 5 kilos from his first to second, and then he jumped 10 kilos from his second to third, which is not something you kind of see very often, but worked really well in his favour. And he's 3 for 3 nonetheless.
So now we have Aftab, and on this first attempt he just tipped back a bit, and in the second he just, I think, was a little drained. So now for his third attempt, 190 kilos, he needs this to be able to put a total on the board. Everyone's behind him here.
Yeah.
So we really want him to get this. Let's go, Aftab.
And as you probably saw when he walked on, he was smiling. He's, again, a real showman, a big spectacle in the sport, especially in the 59s. And he can pull anything out the bag. So let's go, Aftab. And he drives it up, and what do the referees say? 2 to 1, and he's got it.
And look at him, he's so happy, and so is the crowd.
I knew it from the start. It always happens with Aftab. It's a very common theme. He, and to think that he did it in reverse order. He made his third look like the opener.
Yeah, I think just getting that confidence. Well done, Aftab.
Yeah.
So really good job. He can now secure a total so far. Which is
and I think that does change a lot of things. I think he's got he's very neck and neck with Ishtiaq.
Still got the highest squat actually in the 59s with that. We now have 190 kilos on the bar for Ryan Hill.
Let's go, Ryan. 190 kilograms on the bar. Oh yes, he sunk that. Absolutely sunk that. And that is 3 white lights.
And now 190 kilos remains on the bar for Kieran Drysdale. This is a 5 kilo jump, which has been very even throughout his lift.
Final attempt at 190. We have Mike Teixeira going for 190. I mean, Kieran going for 190. Oh!
Fantastic effort from Kieran there. Really great job.
That was a great third attempt, and in Mike Teixeira fashion, he doesn't miss. That was a great third attempt there.
We now move on to 202.5 kilos for Ridder. This is a 2.5 kilo jump from his second, so maybe he feels like he's at that top end, and I think it's a good decision to conserve that energy for later.
Ridder's a very technical lifter, very, very precise with his lifting, very experienced, very hard worker, works a lot of night shifts. Yeah, very hard worker. Let's see him put this onto the platform now. I know he'll be wanting to just save that little bit more for that deadlift. Let's go now, Ridder. Everything you've got. And he's driving it up.
It looked strong, and the referees say 2 to 1.
2 to 1. Good lift for Ridder. Great stuff there.
We now move up to 210 kilos on the bar for James Cullen, which is a 7.5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
Yeah, this is a very sensible jump. 10 kilos from his first to second, and then 7.5 from his second to third.
Your last lift has been overturned by the jury. That is a no lift. 210, rack 12, bar loaded for James.
I think Ridder's last lift there has just been overturned by the jury, so it's become a no lift, unfortunately.
Right.
But he only lost 2.5 kilos, which is the good news.
Yeah. I can't imagine that would impact him much at all. We now have James Cullen. He has looked really strong today. I'm really excited to see this third now. Let's go, James, come on. And he's driving it up. Fantastic. Honestly, great third attempt selection there. And I see Owen Leggett is handling him. Very experienced coach, GB coach. So he's in safe hands. So that was a great attempt selection there.
We now have Ismail with 212.5 kilos in the bar, a 7.5 kilo jump, and we only have, I believe, 4 lifters to follow before we head straight into the next flight of men's 74s.
Yep. And Ismail's looking to be... He's a serious contender for the vibiest lifter of the evening. We had the vibiest lifter in the morning and the best dressed, so me and Amelia will get back to you on who wins that award. And he's driving up, and the headband will never let you down. And look at the smiles all around. He's a happy man.
Yeah, really
Great
lovely
third attempt. Yeah, genuinely.
Obviously that's not the one we're seeing right now, but it was a really good attempt. And we now head over to Jacob Blackburn, who's taken a 2.5 kilo jump and is attempting 220 kilos for his final attempt here.
Apologies, we've got Kevin on the platform. He's a little old, so we're just going to have to bear with him. Love you, Kevin. Jacob, the mullet of power, 220 kilograms on the bar.
He looked a little bit disappointed with his loss, but it still moved very well.
For sure. And I think he's being extremely sensible with this third attempt. You know, he had his moment to think about it, and now he's put 220 on the bar. Let's see how this moves now. Very strong lifter, closing out the first flight. Drives it up.
A little bit too much. I think it was the right call for him today.
Yeah. I do also think that he kind of went a lot slower on the eccentric than he normally did on the first two, and that can kind of throw people off. I think people kind of get in their heads that they need to control it a little more, but nonetheless, it was only 2.5 kilos off what he'd hit on his second, so shouldn't hopefully impact him that much. Apologies, this is the closing score. No, it's not.
No, we've still got a couple of squats
we got
left.
a couple,
We have this, which is Ben Poole, 222.5 kilos, followed by Connor Beckenkrager with 225.
Yeah, Ben Poole has been extremely good so far in his first 2 squat attempts. He's showing a lot of maturity and a lot of experience. Let's see how he deals with this third now. 225 kilograms on the bar for Ben. Gets the command. And he drives it up.
Oh, what a fantastic.
And genuinely, that was just such a phenomenal third attempt. The control, the balance. Great squat. Just absolutely great squat. Can't fault it. Depth was great. Makes it very easy for the judges.
So now we have the final lifter of this first flight, Connor Beckenkrager with 225 kilos. But don't go anywhere once that is finished, because we go straight into the next flight of squats. And trust me, it's something you're going to want to watch.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Why are you crushed? Sorry. We now have Connor. Final squat, 225. He has also had a phenomenal day so far. First 2 squats moving amazingly. Every squat attempt looking identical so far. Let's see how this third one moves. Oh, it's a bit of a fight, but he got it up, and the referees say 3 white lights. That was a great third attempt. Oh,
Look how happy he is.
He is gassed. That is a great third attempt.
I think it was a really good call
Yeah,
in terms of
honestly,
numbers.
you can't have written it better.
Yeah. And now we go straight into the next flight of lifters, and I'm sure we could get a little image of this score sheet up perhaps, and we can see what is happening at the moment. So you can see a nice sea of greens for the 59s and 74s there, and
Yeah.
we are now going straight into the next round of 74s, and you can see Dylan Nelson opening on 257.5, and
Wow.
by the way, the current record is held by Dylan at 280.5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's see what those jumps look like.
And that was at last year's British as well.
Yeah, and that was a good grind.
And that meet for him was sensational. That's the meet he got exactly on the world's qualifying total he needed.
So now we have Malcolm Long kicking us off with 190 kilos on the bar.
Let's go, Malcolm.
Oh wow,
Great opener.
really nice tidy opener. A mistake you never want to make is opening too heavy, and
Yeah.
you know, you'd rather be a bit more conservative and make that jump, and an open like that, you know, is never going to fail you really.
Yeah, unless you're AFTAB and you just always hit your third attempts.
We now have 190 on the bar for Hugo Lung.
190 kilograms. The clock is ticking. He's nowhere to be seen.
I did hear somebody calling from here earlier, and he
Right.
wasn't to be found, but oh no, here he is.
Yes.
A man of mystery.
Oh, and he's fired up.
He still has 30 seconds on the clock.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember him from last year as well. But I will double check that. 190 kilograms to open. Drives it up. Looks good from here.
Yeah, very clean
Yeah.
opener there from Hugo.
Yeah.
And 3 white lights, a good lift. He didn't even need the full minute. He said, I'll come
Yeah.
out with 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Minor. He's chilling.
Yeah.
He's enjoying himself.
We now go to John Bermudez with 195 kilos as his opener.
I do have to disclose on the live stream that this John Bermudez is my GOAT. Sorry. He is my inspiration. Phenomenal lifter, veteran lifter, there with his brothers.
If Mahin goes AWOL, it's because he's gone off mic to cheer, which is
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Very, very experienced lifter out in Cardiff. A very big name in the sport. Let's go, John. Beautiful opener.
Yeah, really
Never
nice.
in doubt. Never in doubt.
And there's 3 white lights, a good lift for John.
Great stuff for John there.
We keep 195 kilos on the bar now for William Strickland Miller. You got to love a double barrel name.
Yeah. Strickland Miller.
195 kilos.
Whoa, he's got a cool outfit on. Very colourful. Let's go, William. Drives it up. That's a great squat. Phenomenal squat. We need to remember to look out for best dressed, Vibiest lifter. If you want to add any more awards,
I'll keep count.
Yeah. If you want to give out any more awards that we feel, I think the best grind of the lift was the 180 deadlift we saw in the morning.
That was good.
That was a great lift.
We have George Sando now with 200 kilos as his opener, starting with that nice round number.
Drives it up. Wow, simple. Very simple. Great first attempt there.
207.5,
We now have, some would say, a bit of an underdog. Saber Mir. He recently competed at Home Nations in December. Very strong individual. If I'm not mistaken, he just came shy of coming first. Bagged second at Home Nations, which is amazing. Very cool and composed lifter. Phenomenal lifter. Phenomenal deadlifter. Let's see what he can put up today. He's defo going to be fighting for podium position today. Drives it up. Strong. Very strong there.
Really good effort there. And that is 3 white lights, a good lift. 210 now for Steve Tyers. Sorry, 210 for Alex Fodor first, followed by Steve Tyers.
Bar is loaded for Alex.
Alexander Fodor. He's also an equipped lifter. I saw him benching, I believe it was 200 plus in a shirt the other day, a few weeks ago.
Very strong.
Drives it up. Wow.
Very speedy.
Wow. Very speedy
Opener
indeed.
there.
Great opener there for Alex.
Same weight remains on the bar now for Steve Tyers.
Let's hope Steve doesn't burn out his tires too quickly.
Being handled there by our very own Owen Hubbard as well.
Do you think Owen Hubbard owns Mother Hubbard's?
No, his mother does.
Ooh.
Right, Steve Tyers, 210 kilos.
That's a very old school Owen Hubbard setup, that. The forehead to the bar, talking to the bar.
He is coached by him.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, lovely. Really, really nice from Steve.
Also another lifter coming from last year's British as well, so also did last year's British. You love to see the consistency with people coming year to year for national comps.
We now have the return of big Luke Rogers himself with 215 kilos on the bar for his opener.
The long-awaited return.
Talk about Tash.
Yeah.
There we are.
He's in serious contention for the best hash. And he's also rocking a mullet. It's good to see. But the important part now. Let's see how this opener moves. This is going to dictate the rest of his lifts. Strong unrack. Drives it up.
The referees say 2 to 1, good lift, just one side. Let's have another look at this now. As we've said before, sometimes one hip can be lower than the other, which can really mess up a lifter if it's, you know, what the front referee sees.
You know, it goes either way sometimes as well. Some people tend to hit the hole quite slow, so then the referees can exactly see where the depth is. Some people just go so quickly into the hole and so quickly out the hole. They have to guess.
Jordan Partington now, 227.5 kilos.
Opening on 500 pounds, which is just insane. Great opener here for Jordan. And he's driving it up. And that was simple. Very, very easy work there for Jordan.
We only have 2 openers left to go for the 74.
And this is Jordan's 6th year competing as well.
A veteran of the sport.
Yeah.
We now have Sam Jew with 245 kilos as an opener, only to be followed by Dylan Nelson. So maybe a small battle between the two of
For sure. This is a very interesting battle indeed.
Now Sam Jew is a very good lifter. Like this, the technique is so tight. It's so good to watch.
Yeah. He's wearing a really cool singlet.
I think it's the Welsh flag on it.
Yeah.
He is Welsh.
Oh. He's also very jacked. Sets this up really well. Whoa.
You didn't get the full picture of it on the live stream, unfortunately, but it was so
that was
nice. Here you can see the replay.
That's gonna cause a
Did
little
I not tell you?
Yeah.
That's a good squat.
That's gonna rattle up the warm-up room a little bit. Dylan Nelson coming in to close off the first attempts.
So Dylan's opening at 257.5 kilos, and as I said to you before, he currently holds the record at 280.5, which he got last year. And as lots of you know him, he's competed internationally for GB. So it'll be interesting to see that little battle between them.
Yes, another spectacle of the sport. Someone who's been in the sport for a very long time, actually coming down from the 83s to the 74s. Absolutely phenomenal lifter. Let's see how he can build for this third squat now.
Oh, that looked really great. I think the strongest I've seen Dylan for a while.
Yeah, and you also have to bear in mind, Dylan is a very hard worker. He works very long shifts on construction sites and drives absolutely ridiculous hours at ridiculous times. Just like every other person here competing, a lot of people live very busy lives, but still find the time to come and, you know, work hard to put on a show for everyone here, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm really excited for this squat battle between Sam and Dylan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely massive, and they're both fantastic lifters. We're back at the top of the flight now with Hugo, 197.5 kilos on the bar for his second attempt. He came out with a little bit more time this time.
And that is
easy as you like it. Great second attempt.
Malcolm, John and William, get ready.
Oh, and he's smiling. And again, lovely to see. People are enjoying themselves.
Absolutely. 202.5 kilos on the bar now for Malcolm Long, a 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. As the weight classes go up, you know, the jumps between lifts tend to be a little larger, but this is kind of a pretty average jump, you know, 10, 12.
Yeah. And then as you get higher in the weight classes, you know, probably in the 93s, 105. Sometimes you see 17.5 kilos, 20 plus kilos, because it is all relative on a percentage kind of basis.
Yeah.
Malcolm Long. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Malcolm Long. He took a little long to lift that, but nonetheless was smooth. He's very well.
He slowed down, yeah, a bit in the middle, but he kept it moving. It didn't stagnate at all.
Not at all.
We now have John Bermudez with a 10 kilo jump to 205 kilos on the bar.
The bar is loaded for John. Absolute specimen. Rocking the Welsh flag on his t-shirt. My absolute hero. Let's go, John. Recently was out in New Zealand, was it, for the Commonwealth?
It was New Zealand, yeah.
Competed at New Zealand, the Commonwealth. Wow, that moved so much better than his first attempt.
It was really tidy. He almost paused it at the bottom.
Yeah, 100%. He really sunk that as well.
Here we can see it again. Very, very strong from
John.
Very,
very tight, very strong. He's good for another at least 5 to 7.5 kilos there for his third attempt. So great stuff, great number calling from Robin as well. We now have William Strickland Miller.
205 kilos. This is a nice 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Drives it up. Unfortunately, I don't know if he lost a little bit of balance. He nods his head. I think he knows he's got this. He just has to reattempt it again.
Yeah, let's see that again here, see what happens. I think there's a first sticking point, then he just breaks through it, and unfortunately, I think he loses a bit of tension after that.
For sure, for sure.
But, like you said, I'm sure it's something he can come back and get.
Yeah.
We have George Sando now with 210 kilos on the bar.
Let's go, George.
Nice strong walkout. Pushing through that sticking point. Really strong effort from George there, and that's 3 white lights. Let's look at it again here. So lovely indeed. I think the bar actually rolls a bit down his back, which probably threw him off on his way up. But amazing that he managed to still get it up after that happening. We now have 217.5 kilos being loaded on the bar for Sabre. A 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Bar is loaded. The rack's not right. Rack height.
So he's just said the rack height is not the right height, and a lifter has the chance to say that before they begin lifting, and it restarts the clock for them. So they've just adjusted that for him, and the clock's restarted, and he's going to come back on and start his lift. Hopefully that's not distracted him from his focus. Lovely and deep there from Sabre, and a really nice second attempt.
Yeah, for sure. He's looking good to increase for the third. Also someone who goes through quite a bit of a cut for competitions.
We now have 220 kilos in the bar for Alexander Fodor.
Alexander Fodor. Such a cool name.
And the bar is loaded for Alex.
The bar is loaded for Alexander the Great. Let's go now. quite a low bar as well.
And a very wide stance.
Yeah. Wow.
Really
I
tidy.
think someone needs to go tell him to put some weight on the bar because that was too easy.
Yeah, I think he's good for another big jump.
Yeah.
7.5 kilos would be a good conservative jump, but
sure.
he definitely has more in it if he wants to push.
He can visit the dentist on his third, to be honest.
Good 230.
Yeah, he could.
We have 220 kilos in the bar now for Steve Tyers. See the bar head tap, as you mentioned before.
Yeah. This is very old school Owen.
It's all about rituals and routines, you know, what gets you into that perfect headspace.
Yeah, for sure. And I think with having that, it also provides an element of consistency. Lovely stuff there. He's good for another big jump on that third, to be honest. Very confident lifter, looks very experienced. You just see Owen peeping there.
Really, really nice from Steve there. We move now on to Luke Rogers, who has jumped 12.5 kilos to 227.5 kilos.
Yeah.
Followed by 3 lifters until we get to our third attempt, which will be very exciting.
Luke Rogers is a previous 74 winner.
I believe so, back in the day.
Yeah, I would say, was it 3 years ago?
I believe 2019.
Yeah, 2019, so yeah. The last one before COVID, I believe.
Of the old world, I like to call it.
Yeah.
Nice and controlled into the hole there.
Drives it up. And you know what? I think that's just his style of... I don't know if you crept and saw... Look at the referee just gets on the floor here.
2-1, a good lift. I think it was him that gave the red as well.
Yeah, he did the Durins, stalking the bar.
But Luke almost goes into the squat like an equipped lifter does, really slowly, trying to find where it is, like super controlled, which is great.
Yeah. Another point to kind of say is that the spotters and loaders are always encouraged not to move and let the referees move around them.
Yeah, for safety, obviously.
For sure.
240 kilos now on the bar for Jordan Partington. Again, another really controlled.
That was a great squat.
Into
Genuinely.
the hole.
That was like
3
butter.
white lights.
Great stuff, honestly. You can tell he's been competing for 6+ years.
Yeah, and now a very tidy squatter, as we saw last time. Sam Dew, 260 kilos on the bar. I believe he last competed at the White Lights Media competition in Southampton in January, so not so long ago actually.
Yeah. And he's looking like a serious contender for first place. Let's see how he rolls through with squats. I can't imagine that this will phase him much. I can't imagine this will phase him much. His opener was... He could do it with his eyes closed. Yeah, it was great.
A 15 kilo jump. Based off what I saw of him lifting at the last competition, it barely speeds down when he adds weight.
Wow. The way he maintains the composure, his form, everything through the lift is just so good.
Yeah, and that was 3 white lights, by the way. So, it's just so tidy. And if you can hear through the microphones Dylan screaming in the back, he is up next with 270 kilos, just 10.5 kilos shy of his current record, which he got last Nationals.
He holds the British record. He also holds the European squat record that he got on his first attempt at Euros.
And here he goes, always
Very
good for a show.
Phenomenal lifter.
Also a huge contributor to the sport, emceeing at a lot of competitions.
Yeah, in so many ways. Owner of Union Jack as well. 270 kilos. This is the make or break for that third attempt. Let's go now, Dylan.
Wow, he is looking strong today.
That was great. 3 white lights. He is looking good.
Yeah,
what do you think? Do you think he's going
faster than his opener? I'd be so surprised if Dylan did not go for a record breaker there.
Yeah. What do you think? 281, guys? Do you think he might go 281?
283, perhaps.
He wants world record.
283 is the current world record. So, you know, by the looks of that second attempt, if he stays with that kind of cadence, you know, 283 definitely could be there.
Big shout out to Ramsey. He's helping us with some information.
He's the brains behind the operation.
He is indeed.
We now go back to the top of the flight for the final attempts and the last squats of the day.
Yeah.
We have 205 kilos on the bar for Hugo Leung.
Things are really, really heating up now, guys. We got some serious contenders for first place. Ooh, unfortunately just misses the third there.
So I've just been informed as well, the 283 kilo squat world record is currently held by Taylor Atwood himself, and it looks like Dylan's put in 281, so just looking
I think with the fact that he can't break a world record at a national comp, I think he'll just want to chip the current record he already has. And then when he's at an international competition, then he can obviously play for the world record there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what he's going for today, like you said, is just the British. But right now we have William Strickland Miller with 205 kilos on the bar. He gets it up and the referees say 3 white lights. He gets it on the board.
Yeah, I remember after his second attempt, he was a bit like, just nodded his head. He was like, nope, that was bad. I know I've got this. And it was definitely just a technical issue then in the second, because that moved really, really well for a third attempt. And now we have none other than John Bermudez taking another 10 kilo jump from his second attempt. Cool, calm, collected. A lot of support from the audience. Definitely a fan favourite. The combination, we've got John, and then you can see Robin just there as well. Very technical lifter now. And he gets a squat command. And he's driving it up.
Wow, what a great set of squats for him.
That is my goat right there, John Bermudez. Never misses, never misses. So proud. Great third attempt there.
We now go to George Sando for 217.5 kilos.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say George Sampson. Like,
he's not here.
No, he's not, unfortunately.
He's not here.
Breaking some, cutting some shapes on the platform. But yeah, George Sandu, 217.5, 7.5 kilo jump. I think it's pretty conservative. His second moved really well. So yeah, let's see how this third moves now. Drives it up. Yeah. Very easy third attempt. 3 white lights. Very mature decision. Really, really good. Builds his confidence. Might have even been a PB as well. That kind of helps him out and gives him that confidence for the rest of the day. You know, when you compete, you do your 3 squats, and let's just say you've kind of reserved it a little bit, and then you just feel so good after squats. So you're like, maybe I don't need to take a pre-workout now. Another one.
I am the pre-workout.
I am the. Well, if you're Dylan Nelson, then
So we have 222.5 kilos on the bar for Saber now. It's a 5 kilo jump from his second.
Yeah. A very, very technical lifter.
And he pushes through.
Yep.
It's hard, but not too hard.
Yep.
And he has a smile and 3
And
white
that's a
lights.
matched PB for Saber. Great third attempt there.
We now have 227.5 kilos on the bar for Alexander Fodor.
And the bar is loaded for Alex.
Let's go, Alexander. And he's driving this up. Wow. That was a great third attempt there. What did the referee say? That's 3 white lights.
We now move to 230 kilos for Steve Tyers. Another equal 10 kilo jump.
The bar is loaded for Steve.
And this is a 20 kilo comp PB if he gets this.
According to open powerlifting, yeah, that is 20 kilos. That's huge.
I don't think it's correct, you know.
It may not have been updated, but 230 kilos nonetheless is a huge squat.
Great squat for a 74. He sets it up well. And he's driving it up.
Oh, perfect call there.
Yeah, and what did the referee say? 3 white lights. You can't go wrong with Owen Hubbard in your corner.
Absolutely. We now move on to Luke Rogers, who has gone for 235 kilos. Like we were saying before, Luke goes into the hole so slowly, almost like an equipped lifter.
Yeah.
But it works for him. He's controlled. He knows what he's doing, and you know he's a seasoned lifter and also a coach for Team GB.
Yeah, and he this will be a 5. Nope, I apologize. This is a little bit under his personal best, but he is coming back.
Looking really strong today.
Yeah, for sure. Drives it up. Oh, what a fight!
Wow.
He put everything into that squat, and that is 3
That's
white
a
lights.
good flip.
That was perfect. What a third attempt there.
What a great effort from Rog himself. Wow. You can't say he did not put 100%
That
out
has
there.
to be one of the best grinded lifts today.
Yeah, he muttered something under his breath once he finished it, and I
Yeah.
have no doubt it was crude or something, but I don't blame him. We have 245 kilos in the bar now for Jordan Partington.
Just imagine he finished the lift, he was like, yeah, buddy. look at that. Interesting number selection there. He went 12.5 kilos to his second, and then he did 5 kilos to his third. And that was really, really easy, genuinely. Like, he very controlled, very, very experienced lifter.
Sometimes that does just happen, though. You don't think you have quite as much as you do, and hindsight is beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
But a really great job. He got all his squats in. We now move to Sam Dew, who's opted to only jump 7.5 kilos, which surprises me because his lifts have looked so tidy.
For sure.
I think the kilos to him are more important than
and I think he is opening heavier on bench than Dylan Nelson, and the
deadlifts are quite close.
Yes, and the deadlifts are quite close. So maybe he's playing the consistency game. He wants to probably leak a little bit more out on his bench press, and kind of save a bit more energy for his deadlifts as well.
I imagine that they're banking on maybe Dylan not getting his third.
That's also a possibility.
Looks in form, to be
fair.
He
He does for sure.
So 267.5 kilos for Sam Dew.
Drives it up.
He's just a good squatter.
Yeah. And 2 to 1, he's got it. Great lift there. And I think that was a great attempt selection, to be honest. I don't know if maybe 2.5 kilos more, maybe.
He probably could have grinded more out, but is it worth it, at this point?
Yeah, for sure. Because energy reservation at the moment is just so important.
So it has been 1 year and 3 days since Dylan Nelson has got that record of 108.5 kilos in Colchester last year at the Men's British Championships. And today he is going to try and get that and chip it by 0.5 to get 281 kilos on the bar for Dylan Nelson. And here he comes.
This is 2 kilos under the current world record. And you can hear the crowd is going insane. Mr. Electricity. The one to bring the hype. The experience this man has under his belt. He sets it up.
There he goes! Wow! And I might think the world record could be there.
Yep. And he gets it and he makes easy work of it as well. What a third attempt by Dylan there.
You can see support from other
team
members there.
How about that? He didn't even make it look difficult.
Wow.
What a third attempt there from Dylan.
I think it's safe to say Dylan Nelson is on form today. So
he is indeed.
I'm very excited to see how the day plays out.
That is a lovely way to finish off squats. And this sets us up very nicely. If I just go through the 59 kilo men's first. Seems like such a long time ago, but yeah, although having 4 lifters in this weight category, we have a lot of competition. Aftab came back really nicely on that third attempt, securing that 190, but Ishak is looking like a serious problem for all these seniors at the moment. He's a very, very phenomenal deadlifter, great deadlifter, went 3 for 3 on his squats as well, and yeah, they're all pretty neck and neck when it comes to the 59s. Now in the 74s, the fight is for the top 3 is probably Dylan, Luke and Sam for the time being. I think Sam and Dylan are pretty close at the moment. They're very neck and neck, with Sam having the higher bench press, Dylan having a slightly higher deadlift. So we'll see how that pans out probably after bench press.
Yeah, I wouldn't count Jordan Partington out though either. So I think it's going to be a fight for the podium. But we've got a 10-minute break now, and then we'll be back for the bench press. So we will catch you then. Don't go anywhere. Thank you.
Followed by Sam Nida and Ishmael.
Hello and welcome back to the 59 and 74 kilo class. We are about to open up with bench, and as you can see the score sheet here, we have the 2 flights back up, and we are opening this up with Ibnu with 100 kilos on the board. As before, we won't have a break in between the 2 flights. We'll go straight from one to the other, followed by a break after that. Ibnu's opted not to wear wrist straps, which is not too uncommon, but quite rare. I think the rack height there just wasn't quite correct. So as I said in squats, if that is the case, the lifter can say it's wrong and request a change, and the clock gets restarted. And that is a good lift, 100 kilos on the board there for Ibnu. The opener should be calm and easy to watch, you know, something you could bench every day of your life. 107.5 kilos on the bar for Ridder, and we have a wonderful treat here in the commentary booth. We are joined by Dylan Nelson after that British record squat. How are you feeling?
It's bittersweet again, isn't it? It's bittersweet again because, you know, I know it's a British record, but there's so much more that I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? And it's getting annoying, these little niggles and injuries that are preventing us from really hitting what I want to hit. But I mean, you've got to take what comes, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. And you looked really on form today. Like that 181 looked, sorry, 281. Didn't mean to knock 100 kilos off there. That 281 really looked like you had so much more in the tank.
Yeah, I just had to play it safe. You know, it's going to be tight today, so I wanted to make sure that I leave a bit of energy in the tank, you know, for bench and deadlift as well. I don't want to like absolutely go mental on the squat, even though I do love to do that. But it's going to be a tight comp, and I need a total, obviously, 720 to get back in the A team. So here we go, Mr. T in the booth.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think it's safe to say that there is a lot more strength there, and it's just about tapping into it and getting healthy. And
obviously, Kedrick has helped me this time with me weight cut, and it's went so much smoother, you know. Obviously, he's got a PhD in this, so he knows exactly what he's talking about, kind of thing. So he's really, really helped us. And I feel like I just made weight a lot easier this time. My weight was lower, but I still felt strong. It was just them little niggles that are setting me back now, but hopefully I'll see the end of it after this comp, and we can really build towards something big. Yeah,
well, from the outside, you look really, really strong, and we wish the best for you. We won't want to hold you too long because you've got to warm up. But congratulations on the record, and good luck for the rest of the day.
I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit. Ty!
So back to our regular scheduling. Thank you very much for joining us, Dylan. And we now have 112.5 kilos on the bar for Aftab. Back to the bench openers here, and I am rejoined by Mahin.
Unfortunately, I'm not as exciting as Dylan.
He's pretty exciting to have in the commentary booth.
Yeah. What was his thoughts? What was he saying?
You have to listen back to the live stream, I'm afraid. Get those videos, get those views up. And he's feeling strong, you know. Got to keep it tight, it's a close battle.
Yeah, for sure.
So while we've been away from commentating on the bench, everybody so far has got their opener in. We have Ishak now with 117.5 kilos.
Very, very strong opener here for Ishtiaq. 59 kilo lifter, sub-junior, international athlete, going up against all these other seniors. Wow, and that was amazing. No bench depth issues as well. I know he was quite concerned about it. He was putting on his story how he's going to wear like a baggy t-shirt and like try and play the rules as best as he can, but it doesn't seem like he's having any issues with bench depth, and the bench is moving absolutely great for him.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like we've had too many issues with that today. Actually, no calls yet, touch wood. We have Lahiru now with 120 kilos as his opener. And just a reminder, you know, because this is first flight, it is jumping back and forth between the 59s and the 74s.
Yep.
And then we'll go into the second flight of 74s, which is why Dylan had to run off to go warm up. I think he's being held there for his arms not being completely straight, but he gets the start command.
Yeah.
He did get held for a little while, so hopefully that didn't drain him too much.
Yeah, he probably wanted that to move a little quicker, but as you said, holding the bar there for a while can drain you out. Hopefully he'll have a bit of time to recuperate and come back and absolutely smash the second as well. Same weight remains on the bar for Jacob. Jacob Blackburn. Do you think he's from Blackburn? Nice place. Nice place. You ever been?
I've never been.
Yeah.
No. Maybe I'll visit.
A bit unfortunate on his third squat. Managed to get his second squat really well. And he drives it back, and he makes easy work of that opener.
That is 2-1, a good lift. I think that might have been our first depth call on elbows, actually. But luckily it was convincing enough for the side referees. I think it was just, you know, that borderline where it's so hard to tell with that positioning. But we now have Ben Paul with 122.5 kilos. Taking his time to get a nice meticulous setup.
Ben Poole had a great outing with squats, 3 for 3, made it look very, very easy. Let's see how he can deal with the bench.
Wow, very nice and quick from Ben there. And that is a good lift.
Great lift there. If you guys, anybody watching at home, if you guys have any questions you want to write into the live chat on the stream, hopefully me and Amelia can answer a few questions for you guys. It'll be interesting to get you guys involved as well, anybody at home.
Absolutely. We now have Kieran Drysdale with 125 kilos for his opener. We have a question, who would win in a fight, Dylan Nelson or Luke Rogers?
Ooh, I don't know, you know. I think Dylan Nelson's got that dog in him.
That's a good lift. I don't think I'd want to be in a fight with Dylan.
Yeah, neither.
I wouldn't like to fight either, personally, if I had the choice, but Dylan versus Luke.
I don't know. We won't see them physically fight, but we'll see who will come out on top at the end of this at the end of the day. But thank you for that question. I do still think we should do a powerlifting boxing event. That would be pretty cool.
Dylan can MC. 130 kilos on the bar for Ryan Hill.
If you know the limit, say hello.
We have James Cullen now with 130 kilos on the bar for his opener. This will remain on the bar for the next couple of lifters.
130 kilo opener. This is really close to double body weight. And this is James Cullen. We have a great bencher passing us right now. Very own Joey.
Nice and tidy there from James.
Yeah, that was great.
The referees say 2 to 1.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of downward movement, so he locked it out, but then he kind of like, I don't know, it fell down a little bit. So once he locks out here, and then it just kind of like moves. The boss kind of like moves, and I think it was called for downward movement there. Or maybe soft elbows. You're right.
I think blue is downward movement. I'm not the best for that, but I think
we are joined now by our very own Luke Rogers.
Connor Beckencraig now, 145 kilo opener. Welcome to the booth, Luke. How are you feeling after squats?
I feel very famous.
Do you?
And I also feel a bit tired, but yeah, I'm really, really happy about how that went. So.
Well, congratulations on your comeback.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's still a bit down from what I've done in the past, but it feels like it's building some momentum. It feels like we can get back up towards like previous bests. So I'm pretty happy with it. The new vigor mortis sleeves, was cutting off the sensation in my feet. So my second I couldn't feel them. I took them off for the third, and then same again on the third. I was actually falling forward ever so slightly. I think if they'd have made me wait another half a second or a second, I might have rocked forward.
Lost your feet.
Yeah, but no, it was great. I'm really happy. Thank you.
Oh, I'm really glad to hear that. And someone in the comments of the live stream asked who would win in a fight between you and Dylan as well. So
I'll let Dylan have that.
You'd let Dylan have that?
Dylan's mental. I'm not messing with Dylan. Any of the other 74s.
You think they'd have them?
Apart from Sam, Jordan, Alex.
So all of the 74s.
All of the other 74s.
Yeah. But how are you feeling kind of for the rest of the competition so far? Yeah,
good. Bench coming up now, which I had a little bit of a pec strain around December, so bench is down a little bit unfortunately, but feel really good for a deadlift, so I'm hopefully going to get myself into a position where as long as the other guys haven't pulled too far ahead, we can pull to try and get onto the podium, which is the goal for today. Fantastic, I'm glad to hear it. Well, I don't want to keep you too long from warming up, but thank you for coming and joining us. Thank you very much, and yeah, thanks again. Good luck. We're on to second attempts now for bench. We have Ibnu with 105 kilos.
Unfortunately, no lift. Big good down and bum coming out of the bench. 150 for the next 2 minutes. First up at the same rack height of 8 will be Ishmael, followed by Stan Get ready.
So, welcome back, Mahin, first of all.
Thank you. Am I getting into it?
You've got a residential seat here,
yeah.
So you're all right.
Harry Smith is asking, what's the heaviest opener? I think for this flight, it's 135 for this flight. 135. Ooh, no.
Yeah, we've had a 145 bench from Connor. And in the next flight of lifters, we have Sam Dew opening at 152.5. That is a good lift. The bar is now loaded for Ridder with 115 kilos on the bar.
Phenomenal bencher. Ridder coming from all the way from the White Rose. Shout out to Leeds. He's pushing it back. Great work. Never in doubt.
We now have 120 kilos on the bar for Aftab. So we're jumping in between the 59 and the 74s.
Yeah. And it's nice to see Aftab getting his first attempt. That definitely will be a confidence boost. So if you just look at this now, how meticulous he is with just marking out. So he marks out exactly where he needs to position himself. And this is another thing that you'll find, the more experienced lifters will tend to take the full minute as much as they can, really take their time. And he's
And he
pushing it
fights
back,
through.
and he's really fighting. Yeah.
No lift just there.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. Hopefully he can come back and get it his third.
Yeah.
But the good news is he did get that first bench in,
Yes,
so he has
yes.
still been able to secure a total,
Yeah.
which is really, really great to see.
Yeah. And again, you don't know with Aftab. He'll come out on his third and go Super Saiyan, and it'll move so quick. So he's never ever out of the picture. We now have Ishtiaq, 125 kilos. And genuinely, I'm really impressed so far. He's been really, really on top of every lift. And he's not really struggled much at all yet.
No, not really. And he is currently the record holder for the 59 bench with 127.5. So this will only be 2.5 kilos below that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did you see that? That was so quick.
I think it's safe to say he might be going for that record that he already holds.
Yeah. So if you just watch this, like he just didn't look like he struggled whatsoever. It was the same story with his third squat, and let's see if he either chips it, or do you think he'll actually just blow it out of the water? And
He could do both.
yeah, he honestly could.
He has that option.
But then some lifters do have a very steep drop off with strength, like we discussed earlier with the early lifters. We now have Lahiru, 127.5. Actually, a very, very top contender in the bench for 59s. He did have a slightly lower squat, although very consistent. He went 3 for 3. So let's see what he can put together with his bench press. Drives it back, and genuinely so much better now that he didn't have to wait so long at the top, which was the case for the first attempt. So great stuff there from Lahiru.
Yeah, I think he just came out, made sure those elbows were super straight.
Yeah.
We have Jacob Blackburn now taking 127.5 kilos.
And this is honestly the standard of lifting at the moment. We've got people taking over 120 on just second attempts, which is just crazy. Really, really solid stuff here.
And Ishtiaq has put in for 130.5.
Wow.
So 3 kilos above his current best, I believe.
Yeah. And he's pushing. I believe Ishtiaq has benched 140 in training.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have seen on his Instagram that he has benched 140. Obviously, this is a competition, so conditions are slightly different, but I don't see why this will be an issue for him at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully that is something we get to see. But for now, we have 130 kilos on the bar for Ben Poole for his second attempt.
Just takes his time to set up. And he presses it back. Although a little bit of a fight, he got it up anyway. It was smooth. And again, guys, just a reminder: if you have any questions that you want answering from me and Amelia here at the commentary, please do feel free to let us know. Drop questions in the live chat on the stream. We now have Kieran who's also taking 130 kilos. And he's pushed it back. Great second attempt there for Kieran. Next up, bar is loaded for James, who's re-attempting 130. I can't quite remember the reason he failed the 130. I believe it was either soft elbows or downward movement on that first attempt. Let's go, James. Looking to build some confidence and get this first attempt in. He pushes it back. Doesn't seem to phase him whatsoever. And that's 3 white lights. Got it on the board. And now he can build on his third from that. Next up, we have 135 for Ryan Hill. And we do seem to be absolutely flying through these second attempts at the moment. $135 for Ryan. Presses it back. Ooh, a bit of a sticking point, but he gets it up.
Yeah, but he breaks through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of an uneven touch on his chest there. So it kind of like lopsided onto his left side. They seem to break through really well there.
$155 kilos on the bar now for Conor Beckenkrager. This is the heaviest bencher of this half of the flight, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into final attempts before going straight through to the next flight of lifters.
This is just over double bodyweight bench, which is absolutely crazy. We have a question for the top 3 contenders for the 59s. Off the top of my head, we have Aftab. We also have Ishtiaq. And we also, I believe, third place will be battling between Lahiru and Ibnu, as there are only 4 people in that flight, in that weight class.
And I've just seen, actually, by the looks of it, Ishtiaq's gone for 130.5 and Lahiru's gone for 131.
Ooh, very interesting. Now, it is very early to say. I do think Ishtiaq proved from his second that his third will move great. But we're unsure on Lahiro, as he was told to hold the bench for quite a while on that first. So, yeah. Let's see. How well will Lahiro perform? Well, we're going to have to wait and find out.
Now 105 kilos in the bar for Ibnu.
Ibnu 105, reattempting his second attempt. Let's see what he's got on display for us today. Generally a very, very consistent lifter. One to definitely watch out for.
Very controlled to the chest.
Presses it back. Yeah, one has to question what happened on that second attempt. But really, really good attempt nonetheless. 3 white lights, and that should give him a bunch of confidence going into deadlifts.
We move on now to Ismail Abrahams with 117.5 kilos.
And the bar is loaded for Ismail. A bit more serious on this third attempt than he was, say, for squats.
I'm sure we'll still see that smile afterwards.
Yeah. And he presses it back. Ooh, I don't know if the butt came off the bench there. Referee say 2-1, yeah.
Yeah, I think your inkling was right there, and we can see it on the replay here, I'm sure. There it is.
Just a little bit of daylight there. One of the side refs didn't even catch it, so.
Yeah, it is hard. Sometimes only one side does actually come up.
Yeah.
We have Aftab retaking 120 now. And you see this routine that Aftab does every time with kind of counting his hands down the bench.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Aftab. He's very, very meticulous, and he takes his time and makes sure that everything is exactly the way he needs it to be to execute his lift. Never count Aftab out. Let's see what he can do with his third attempt now. And this is why he's such a spectacle to watch. After failing the second on strength, comes back and just gets his third like that.
Yeah, I mean, you called it before.
Yeah, you can never count him out.
I mean, I think he's pretty comfortable in first as it is right now anyway.
Yes.
On a little island.
Yep.
But we now have Rida taking 120 kilos for his third attempt.
Phenomenal bencher. Let's go, Rida. He sets it up well. Gets the press. He's pushing.
A really great effort there.
Yeah, and I think he should have got it. And that's 3 white lights. Great stuff for Rida there. He's got a bunch of confidence now going into deadlifts.
We now have Jacob Blackburn retaking 127.5 kilos.
We had a question on the live chat. Who does everyone think is going to win the 93s tomorrow? Well, it's not the 93s now, so we're not going to discuss it just yet. For now, we focus on the battle of the 74s and the 59s. Jacob Blackburn reattempting 127.5. Was it just a strength issue? We'll find out. Presses it back, and he's putting everything into it. Unfortunately, just not there on the day.
Now we have the first of 2 record attempts. The first being Ishtiaq with 130.5 kilos. Now this is to extend his current record by 3 kilos from 127.5 to 130.5. But it is not going to be there for long if all goes well for Lahiru, who is then going for 131 kilos. But first up, we have Ishtiaq with 130.5 kilos going for the British bench press record.
Another thing to kind of note as well is this current record that he does hold is in the juniors and the open, and this will break both of his own records. Let's go, Ishtiaq. Oh my god.
Again, the same sticking point, but it moves straight through, and
3 white lights, and he is hyped.
He has now extended his own record, but there is an opportunity now for it to be stolen mere seconds later by Lahiru Suren, who has put in 131 kilos to extend that record by 0.5 of a kilo. And this is going to be exciting to see if he does, because we see it all the time at nationals where you can see chip after chip after chip of people
honestly,
going records.
it's what makes this sport so exciting, especially, you know, when you have like 3-4 people in a row just chipping all of each other, and then you've got people changing weights in the last second, and it's crazy. But we are on bench press, and you can't do that. That's something that happens when on deadlifts, as you're allowed to change your third attempt twice.
Right now, though, Lahiru Suren going for the national record, 131 kilos on the bar.
Chipping Ishtiaq by 0.5 if he gets this. Over double bodyweight bench press. Presses it back, and it's a bit lopsided.
Wow! Oh, he locks it out.
He locks it out nonetheless. And what do the judges say? 3 reds, unfortunately.
That's 3 reds and with yellows. So I think his bum came up.
Yeah.
There's movement of his foot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your foot can slide.
Yeah.
But I think what happened was it moved and he corrected it, which you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for him, he does not get the record. Luckily for Ishtiaq, he does keep the record.
Yes. Ishtiaq's having an absolutely phenomenal day. He's gone 6 for 6 so far. And yeah, he's really making a statement here at his first seniors.
132.5 kilos on the bar now for Ben Poole.
Ben Poole, he's too cool. Sets it up well. Presses it. Ooh, unfortunately, just a tad too heavy there.
Yeah, he maintained position really well,
yeah,
but I think it was just a bit too much for him today.
Yeah, he comes off the platform. I think he was just holding onto his back there. I think it probably just cramped up a little bit. Very common.
132.5 kilos remains on the bar for Kieran Drysdale.
Let's go, Kieran. Let's go, Kieran. And he pushes it back, and he's really fighting this.
What a great effort for his third attempt.
That's a great third attempt there. 2 to 1, and he's got the lift.
I think that was just elbow depth from the centre, but he gets that third lift in, and I think that 2.5 kilo jump was the right call.
Yeah, for sure. You know, sometimes people are hesitant to just go up 2.5 kilos, but you know what? Every kilo counts. Every kilo counts on the total. And that's the most important thing about powerlifting. It's you are building for that total in essence.
Absolutely. And we now have 137.5 kilos for the next two lifters. The first of those two being Ryan Hill.
Let's go, Ryan. Did really well with his squats, going 3 for 3. Can he now carry that momentum, go 6 for 6 into deadlifts? Let's go now, Ryan. Pushes it back. And that was a great third attempt selection there. Great execution there from Ryan. He's now 6 for 6 going into deadlifts.
The same weight remains on the bar for James Cullen, who didn't quite get his first attempt. Got it on his second and now has jumped 7.5 kilos for his third attempt.
Let's go now, James. The first one was a bit of a technical issue that caused him to get the reds. Second attempt was completely fine. So let's see how this third now moves, going up 7.5 kilos. Press it back. Ooh. I don't know what happened there.
Let's get that on the replay if possible to see what's happened. But luckily the spotters were there and it was a good catch from them, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day.
For sure.
So unfortunately it's a no lift because he got it up, but we're not sure.
I think he kind of just had a bit of a wobble at the top, and I think that's what kind of caught him off guard on the first attempt. He managed to do well on the second, but the third, I think, just again slipped away from him a little bit. But now, next up, with a big third bench, Connor, 155.
Yeah, he attempted it for his second and didn't quite get it, so let's hope he gets it for this third. Connor Breckenkrager, 155 kilos on the bar, and the final lifter of this first flight.
Unfortunately.
And that concludes the first flight of lifters, but don't go anywhere. We are going straight into the rest of the 74 kilo men, and we are going to be getting ready for that now. And you know what? I think there's going to be some very needed kilos here for those at the top end.
Yeah, for sure. This will be a very interesting flight of bench. Towards the end we will get a better picture of standings and how people are going to match up for podium positions going into deadlifts.
Opening up first, we have Luke Rogers with 120 kilos on the bar.
Yeah, he had an absolute phenomenal third attempt squat earlier, so let's see how he can carry this on through to bench. Here with 120 kilograms on the bar. I think he was just a little bit off-centered. Just wants to take that again. He has plenty of time, still 20 seconds left on the clock now.
Yeah, and you can tell when someone's lifted for a while because they know there's no need to rush. If you want to get into that position, it's worth doing.
Right, so I think what happened was he got the start command, but he'd re-racked it.
I see.
So he's going to have to come and attempt it again, unfortunately. But it's okay. Anything can happen. It is just a first attempt.
I mean, we know it's his opener, so it's something that we imagine is pretty easy for him. He could even go up if he really wanted to.
Yeah, he could literally just go hit 120 in the warm-up room now and just, go up for a second if he really needs to. But again, he has people around him who will help him with the numbers game. So we'll see what he comes out for his second attempt. We now have Malcolm Long, 130 kilograms on the bar. Super well to squat that 230. Was it 230, Malcolm Long? No, sorry, wrong person.
Wow, what a very tidy bench for his opener there.
Yeah, great opening bench there.
We now have the same weight on the bar for George Sandow. 130 kilos.
Press his back, nice and simple. Had the right arm lock out prematurely to the left, but nonetheless good lift. So that is allowed. You know, you can lock out one arm before the other.
As long as there's no downwards movement.
Yep.
130 kilos remains on the bar now for William Strickland Miller.
Pressing it back.
Well, that looked a little bit too heavy. I'm hoping that's not the case because obviously it's his opening attempt and you imagine it's something that, you know, moves well for him. So hopefully he can come out and get that in his second. It's a weight that we imagine is easy enough for him. So we're all behind him to come out and get that for his second attempt.
Yeah.
The bar is now loaded with 132.5 kilos for Sabre.
I know I was talking about Sabre having a really good deadlift, but he also has an absolutely phenomenal bench. Opening 132, really close to that 2 times bodyweight bench press. Presses it back, and it's as easy as you like, to be honest. Great opener there from Sabre.
Light. And not only wrist wrapless, but also with his Apple Watch on. You know.
Yeah.
Getting all those steps in, don't miss one.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done. The ultimate tracking.
Yeah. Not a sponsor. So 140 kilos on the bar now for Dylan Nelson. And then that will stay on the bar for the following 3 lifters, so a popular weight.
A strong opener here from Dylan. I'm just checking now.
I believe the current record, if I'm not mistaken, is actually still held by Owen when he was 74.
Yes.
140 kilos on the bar for Dylan Nelson. Still just as amped up for bench as he is for...
Oh, for sure.
Maybe not as for his other lift, but more than a lot of people.
Yeah, his best bench is 150. So it looks like if he gets this, he's on track to either chip it or match it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was simple.
Very speedy. He can't chip it because it's not a record, unfortunately, but
oh, sorry. Yeah,
he definitely can add to it by the looks of the speed of that.
For sure. Looked very simple that for Dylan.
Yeah, the current record is 190, held by Owen Hubbard from 2017. Still stands.
Wow.
We have Jordan Partington now with 140 kilos on the bar. Lovely opener there from Jordan.
Simple work that. Very simple.
So Alexander Fodor now with the same weight on the bar and the same rack height, which obviously spotters and loaders love to hear.
Oh yes, nothing is nicer to hear as a spot unloader, where it's like you get the
Same weight,
platform
same.
manager just saying, "Tighten the collars, guys."
140 kilograms.
A phenomenal equipped bencher. Does transfer over well to raw lifting. I mean, 140 as an open as a 74 is amazing. And that's just proof of it.
Very, very strong. A very wide leg stance as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I think probably more back in the day that was a very common bench setup. A lot of people these days kind of tend to have it quite in front, narrow, hugging the bench, their thighs on the bench.
We have Steve Tyers now with 140 kilos on the bar.
Another 140 kilo opener. It's crazy that we have 4 people going for 140. Let's see what Steve can produce here, and he pushes back, and that was so simple. That was so easy. He is coached by the current 74 kilo bench record holder.
74 and 83.
Yep.
So we now have, coming to bench, Hugo Lung with 140 kilos still on the bar.
Pushes it back. Great opener there from Hugo. Great opener. We now move on to my goat, John Bermudez. He is an outstanding bencher. He's opening 145.
He's the penultimate opener for bench today.
Yep. Phenomenal bench press. It runs in the family, to be honest. Him and Robin are both phenomenal benchers. He actually helped me a lot with my bench. Yeah, gave me a lot of cues, helped me with my a few accessory movements. He swears by it. Dips. Dips is the best thing to increase your bench press. Anybody at home. Weighted dips.
145 kilos on the bar for John Bermudez.
And let's just see this setup now.
Tidy.
Simple. Very, very simple. And that's a pretty large ROM as well.
There's a lot of strength in there.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
you know, I think he's got a solid jump in there for his second attempt. We now have the final opener of the afternoon, and that is in Sam Ju, who is opening his bench on a whopping 152.5 kilos. It's unfortunate that Owen holds the record in this because, you know, 152 is nothing to shake a stick at.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
152.5 kilos on the bar now for Sam Ju. And when I tell you it's a nice looking bench.
Yeah, judging from his squat as well, he looks like he'll be a pretty solid all-round lifter.
Yeah, very technical. A lot of great lifting today all around, to be honest.
For sure, for sure. Drives it back. Oh, wow. Wow. He could have pressed that through the roof. That was so quick.
Yeah, a really, really solid opener from Sam there. And, you know, it's exciting. Where's that going to go for his second?
Yeah,
for his
honestly,
third?
he literally just... Wow, it went up so quickly. He's good for like 160 plus easy. I'm probably predicting that he'll end up on like a what was that? Sorry,
152.
152. 162 would be probably what I think he'll end up going for. He'll probably go like judging from the jumps that he took on his squat, he might even play it slightly conservative.
I think we might see more than that. He's just put in 160 for his second.
Oh, lovely, even better. To be fair, he can capitalize on that. He is a very good bencher in comparison to the others that he's competing for first and podium spots.
So now we have Luke Rogers, who has opted to go up. He just couldn't get that right position the first time. We've got 122.5 kilos on the bar. Yeah, and there we go, like moving exactly like we thought it would.
Yeah, for sure. He just had a bit of a mishap on that opener. Now he's bounced back well, and now it's just about collecting as many kilos as he can on his third attempt, and build that total. So we will see. Next up, we have William Strickland Miller. William Strickland Miller,
who just missed out on 130 on his opener, so hopefully he can come out and get this now, and
looking to reattempt this wide.
And if I'm not mistaken, it did look like it was a strength issue.
Genuinely, this flight's quite long, and I think I forgot.
But
we'll see this now, yeah.
There we go.
Ooh.
It got up, it was moved better than last time, but
no.
I think even from the front angle, unfortunately, you could see some daylight.
You're right.
His tush there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe he's just going to have to bring his feet a little bit more forward or widen his stance a tad. Just try and keep that bum on the bench. Next up is George Sandhu, 135 kilograms on the bar. And look at that. Second attempt moving with ease.
Yeah, Say Bear now. I've been told in the comments it's Say Bear, not Saber. So sorry about our mispronunciation there. But Say Bear, 140 kilos on the bar now. A 7.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah, apologies. We are just winging it with the pronunciations of the names. We mean no disrespect to anyone. 140 kilograms for his second attempt. And that was simple. Very, very simple there from Seber.
Yeah, really great job. 3 white lights. And that moves us on to Malcolm Long, who has jumped 10 kilos from his opener to 140 kilos.
That is a pretty big jump there. We'll see how he reacts to it. 10 kilograms.
That is a big jump for bench, especially at this weight class.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's hope it doesn't slow him down too much.
Let's go now, Malcolm. And he's pressing it back.
Wow.
Very simple there. Great call.
Took the words out of my mouth. I think that's a really good call from him and their coach there.
Yeah, for sure.
142.5 kilos on the bar now for Hugo.
Let's go, Hugo.
A 2.5 kilo jump from his opener. So maybe it felt a little bit harder than he first anticipated.
Yeah. Oh, and he runs onto the platform. He is excited. He's very, very excited now. Let's go, Hugo. He's opted to jump 2.5 kilos from his first. Wow.
Hit his chest quite hard there.
Yeah, he did. There's a little bit of a bounce there as well. But nonetheless, he got it. 3 white lights. So good stuff there from Hugo. Next up, we have Dylan Nelson, 147.5. And then judging by this, I estimate he'd probably go 152. We'll see how this moves first.
You're over here predicting the future. 147.5 kilos on the bar for Dylan Nelson. It's quite funny to see lifters go from really hype to, excuse me, can you give me a hand
trust
out,
me.
please? Nice and controlled.
Yeah, he's good for 152. Definitely.
Yeah, it
That was
is
a great-
really clever play at the moment though, because he's not going to want to drop any kilos, so any risks are going to feel even bigger right now.
Yes, for sure. He's already leading on his squats from his previous best squat, and he's only 2.5 kilos from his best bench. So
Yeah. We have 147.5 kilos on the bar for Alexander Fodor.
ever so slightly slower than his first, but still moved really well regardless.
Bar is loaded for Steve Tyers, 147.5 kilos.
Steve Tyers.
Nice flail of the legs there.
Yeah. Let's see what he can bring to the table in his second attempt. And it's looking nice.
That's a really nice looking second attempt there. 3 white lights. I think you need a nap. I think you've lost the plot.
I have. You do sometimes. You know, we have been commentating for a while. It does end up, you know, you want to spice things up on the commentary. Trying different accents. I think in at All England's last year, it got really bad. I started like switching from accents every lift. It was pretty crazy. That would probably happen to to me by the end of the competition. But we have 150, Jordan. He's been doing really well so far.
He's had a great day. He's forecasted 4th at the moment, but I think it's close.
Yeah, for sure.
Really
He's
tidy.
just, honestly, you just if you're placing bets on anyone to get the lift, it's Jordan. He just doesn't miss. He's done really well on his first 3 squats. That second attempt bench looked really comfortable, and he looks like he's got plenty left in the tank for his 3rd attempt, which is exactly what you want.
We have John Bermudez now with 152.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump from his opener, and his opener did look really so fast, so strong.
Very, very technical lifter. Phenomenal bencher. I'm excited. John does have a bit of a history with cramping, but today has been a very good day for him so far. So fingers crossed. Sets it up well. Presses it back. Wow, he's got room for so much more. That was a great second attempt from John.
Yeah, really, really very strong, and I think he could probably make an equal jump.
Yeah, for
as well.
sure. I just did not see him. He does not look phased from that second. So that's must be a huge confidence boost for his third.
Absolutely. We now have the final second attempt of this flight. Sam Dew with 160 kilos. His 152 looked fantastic, and this is a 7.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah. Very, very entertaining lifter, Sam. Just watch the way he sets this bench up now. Very well executed. Stays tight. Oh my God. Amelia, when is he going to try?
I hope on his third. You know, we haven't seen him struggle yet.
Honestly,
really.
Third squat was so easy. Second bench so far is so easy. Yeah, you're right.
And here we can see the scoreboards of where we stand at the moment, heading into third attempt bench. And, you know, those subtotals looking really exciting at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think it's going to be a real exciting time doing deadlifts. We have Luke Rogers here taking 127.5 kilos.
And he's pressing it back.
Yeah, had to work a little bit for it, but it looked really strong from Luke.
Yeah.
And 3 white lights.
Great stuff there from Luke. Great recovery from his second attempt.
On the
The bar is loaded for James.
And we are back. I have to apologise for the stream going down there. Apologies, we're just facing some technical issues here. Apologies, we had the stream down for the third attempt benches, but hopefully you can go and catch what was done on Lifting Cast. They were really fantastic, and I'm sorry you didn't get to see them live as we did, but we are back on track now for deadlifts, and we are with the 59 and 74 kilo class men. So we had no notification saying that the stream was down, so we are back with you, and thank you for letting us know in the comments and messaging us about that. And that is a good lift, 3 white lights. We're just working on getting the graphics back up for you guys shortly. The bar is loaded.
Ooh, unfortunate there. I think just a bit of a grip issue there for Blackburn.
Unfortunately, no left. 225 goes to the bar for the next 4 lifters. First up will be Shearer, followed by Connor, Ismail, and then Ivan.
210 kilos being loaded onto the bar now for Jacob Blackburn. Sorry, Kieran Drysdale, 225 kilos.
And that's very, very easy there. 3 white lights. Great opener there.
We have Conor Beckencragen now with 225 kilos on the bar for his opening attempt.
Let's go now. And he gets it up, and that's nice and simple. Easy opener there.
Yeah, nice and smooth there for Conor. Same weight remains on the bar for Ismail Abrahams.
Same way remains on the bar for Ismail. We are bar loaded.
He's had a really, really good day today so far. Let's see what he can put up on his deadlifts today. Nice. Very easy, simple opener there.
Left.
225 kilos on the bar now for Ridder.
Ridder absolutely loves deadlifts. A deadlift specialist himself, accompanied by another deadlift specialist, Max Gore of Implexus. Shout out to all the Implexus team. Let's go, Ridder. Nice and simple.
Yeah, wow, that was a very, very quick opener from Ridder there.
Yeah.
A lot left in the tank. We have Ben Poole now with 227.5 kilos on the bar for his opening attempt for deadlift.
Ben Poole has been amazing so far. Only narrowly missing his 3rd bench. However, great day so far for Ben. And let's see what he can produce now. He's going for 227.5. Let's go now, Ben. Puts everything into it there. Great, great first attempt there from Ben.
We have Ishak now with an opener of 232.5 kilos, which is a huge deadlift anyway.
Yes.
But an opener for a 59 kilo lifter is absolutely massive.
He deadlifts, I believe, was it 250.5? I think that he holds the current British record for juniors and open. So let's see how this moves now. Wow. And if you blinked, you missed it. What an opener. He... One red there.
Yeah, that's a yellow on
the left side.
It went up so quick. It's so
Yeah.
hard to catch anything.
Yeah.
He does currently hold the deadlift record at 250 kilos.
Yep. And with the speed of that, it looks like he will be surpassing that. That was a great deadlift attempt there from Ishtiaq. But we now have Aftab, the man who should never be counted out. And he's pulling. Ooh, and I think he's cramping. I think he missed it because he cramped.
It is a danger of when you have a really severe weight cut, you know.
Yeah, so if you just see there, he's like trying to open his hand up. I think it just started cramping up quite a lot. And yeah, this is very, very common for Aftab. He proved this on his squat and his bench. Not someone to rule out as of yet.
We now have, coming up to the bar, Ryan Hill, opening at 240 kilos.
These are some strong, big and strong opening deadlifts here. 59s and 74s granted. Opening really heavy. Ryan getting ready and prepared for 240. Wow. Couldn't have moved any easier, to be honest. Phenomenal first attempt from Ryan.
First up in this way will be Lauren, followed by James.
We now have I don't believe this is the right name up on the board, but we're just getting the bar cleaned there.
Bar is loaded.
Although it says John Bermudez on the screen, as you can see, that is not John Bermudez.
This is... It is Lahiru with 210 kilograms, and it's a great opener. Very easy opener there.
Yeah, that looked really good. I believe that's his second attempt.
So we are on second attempts now.
The same weight remains on the bar for James Cullen.
Let's go, James. ...210 kilograms, the same weight on the bar for James.
215 goes on the bar now.
So we have 215 kilos being loaded on the bar now.
And that's for Ibnu for his second attempt.
Yeah, phenomenal deadlifter. He had a great day out. He's had a great day out so far. Looking to build this total, and he is fighting for second position. We will find out more when it comes to the third deadlifts. But 215 kilograms on the bar for Ibnu.
Taking
And
his
he
time
pulls
set
it.
up there.
Yep. Nice and simple. Nice and simple second attempt there. He's good for another 5 kilos at least on that third attempt. We now have
Jacob Blackburn, who missed his opener of 210, but he has chosen to go up 12.5 kilos to 222.5 kilos for his second attempt.
He missed it. He actually dropped it on grip halfway through the lift. So maybe it's just him thinking, you know, it was just a grip issue. I know I can push through it on the second attempt. I do know he was pretty disappointed on his third, despite it only being 2.5 kilos over his second squat, and then also missing the third bench. But he's had a good day so far. A very narrow position to hold the bar.
Yeah, that's really rare to see, but he looks back at the scoreboard and 3 white lights. The risk paid off. So we have Aftab now coming out for 232.5 kilos again. If anyone can, Aftab can, but we've seen on his squat and his bench.
This man is not real. He is not real. He could fail the lift twice and come on his third and absolutely smash it out. And he's always in high spirits. He's always in good spirits. And I think in every competition that he ever does, he's just like that. Very chilled out, enjoys himself, knows exactly what he needs to do. Let's see what he can get now for this second attempt. Just watch this setup. Very meticulous, just like his squat and his bench. And he's pulling, and it's conventional as well.
Unfortunately, he didn't get it. Hopefully he can come back out and get it for his third. It would be such a shame to lose out on that total now.
Yeah, for sure. He's had a very rocky day. He's pulled it back twice, and
let's hope he can do it a third time.
I think third time's a charm. I think he could actually do it on his third attempt for his deadlift.
Bar is loaded now for Kieran Drysdale with 235 kilos.
Maybe he's just trying to put on a show for everyone, you know, make it interesting.
There are different approaches though. Some people open very conservatively, some people open very heavy and then just give themselves 3 chances at it.
Yes.
As a lovely second from Kieran.
Yeah, that's a great second attempt there from Kieran. 235 moving like a breeze. That was so quick.
$235 kilos now on the bar for Connor Beckenkrager. Or Krager.
Yeah. Phenomenal deadlifter. 235 on the bar. Let's see what you can do now.
And that is a lovely looking second attempt.
Yeah.
We had someone on the live stream ask what was Sam Dew's final bench lift. It was 165 kilos.
165 kilograms on the bar for his third bench. And we have Ismail for his second attempt. Oh, and he's smiling at lookout. You love to see it. Great second attempt from him. Well done, Ismail. Lovely stuff. And he's got some good drip there. Look, he's got golden socks. Love that.
Loaded.
237.5 kilos for Ben Poole now.
Let's go, Ben. He has had a good day so far. 237.5 for his second attempt.
And this is to keep him in second place. But just to remind you, obviously we have the next flight of 74s to come through after this. So that might change.
Oh, and he's pulling. Ooh, that's a very interesting rep. Yep, downward movement.
Unfortunately, it's 2-1, 2 blues there for him, and on the replay we can see there's slight hitching. Wow, on the replay it doesn't look as much as hitching as I think it was, but I think it stopped and almost jumped up, which made it look a lot more like hitching than maybe it was.
I think when the referees look, do they look at the bar or do they look at the shoulders? Because the shoulders sometimes rock forward. But now we have Ridder taking a big jump to 240. Very, very justified. His opener was amazing, very, very quick. Going for 240 kilograms. Lovely, lovely attempt there. He does have a very love-hate relationship with his hook grip. But it's really, really nice to see that it's holding up well, and he seems to be hitting such a great position on his deadlift there. Like, that moved sensational.
Yeah, the 15 kilos didn't seem to phase him too much at all, and that's a pretty solid jump.
Yep, 100%. I'd say he'd take another 10, 7.5 to 10 kilos at least.
Yeah, he definitely looks good for a pretty substantial jump.
Yep.
Right, this is for a total record attempt, I believe, for Ishtiak.
Yep, he's jumping 12.5 kilograms. This is very close to his deadlift record. Let's see how this moves now. Oh my God, it moves so easy.
The new British 59 kilo total record.
Wow.
Good lift. So 255 kilos. Gets loaded on the bar now for Ryan.
That was a great second attempt there from Ishtiak. He is looking to finish off the day strong.
Yeah, I mean, he is the current holder of the bench deadlift and total record, and I think he wants to hold on to that. Yeah,
for sure. I don't think anybody's really contending for that total record just as of yet. We have Ryan Hill with 255 kilograms on the bar, and he's pulling easy, very simple there.
Another really smart 15 kilo jump there for Ryan.
17.5 kilos for Laru. Lifters are fighting. You haven't still open bar loaded.
Coming up now, we have 217.5 kilos for Lahiru. You can see the score sheet as it stands now, heading into third attempt, before we then go straight through to the final deadlifts of the day, and that is our final session of the day.
Yeah. We have some battles. So we've got Ishtiak And we also have in the 59s at the moment we've got Aftab, who needs to hit his final attempt to stay in contention.
And this is to pull Lahiri into second place for the 59 kilo men.
Let's go, Lahiro. He's had a wonderful day. Only missing his third bench, which was a British record attempt. Oh my God. He should have put some more weight on the bar. Great stuff there from Lahiro. That's 3 white lights.
And that is, like you said, a wonderful third attempt. And that, for now, secures him second place in the 59s.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he didn't want to risk maybe putting
for sure
some more weight on the bar.
Yeah. I think probably locking in that position early. He does have the advantage of pulling first there, that he can kind of lock it in, force the other athlete to pull more.
220 kilos for James Cullen now for his final attempt.
We now have James, 220 kilograms on the bar. He did really well with squats, had a bit of a hiccup on bench, but he's coming back strong on these deadlifts. Gone 2 for 2 so far. Can he finish off the day strong? Let's go, James.
Wow.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I think he knows what he did there.
Yeah, and that is 3 reds. Downward movement, unfortunately. He kind of had a similar issue when it came to his bench press. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just a balance issue that he needs to work on. But nonetheless, he's had a great day. He's done really, really well. And, you know, anybody competing at the national level should be proud regardless that they've hit this level and they've, you know, turned up on the day. And hit exactly whatever they could hit. We now have Ibnu finishing off the day, 225 kilograms on the bar.
222.5 kilos. It's been a long day.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But this is
222.5. Yeah.
This is to pull him back into second place from
Yep.
third. So
Yep.
you know, I think this will be an important lift for him, and it changes the podium positions as they stand.
For sure, because he's up against Ishtiaq, who's pulled quite far ahead at first, and Aftab, who needs to pull his third to stay in the competition. So this will lock him in for second for the time being. And he's pulling, and he's putting everything into it now, and he's got it. Has he got it?
Just needs to lock
He's
that
not
out.
stopping. He's... Oh, wow.
What a great fight.
That
the
was a
referees
great
say.
fight. Oh, 2-1. I think it was hitching.
Yeah,
He put everything into that.
that was
Oh,
really
no.
unfortunate. Let's see that again here. Such an unfortunate outcome after such a great effort.
Yeah, I hope someone went to the jury's table just to double check.
So we have Aftab now with 232.5 kilos. So we've seen it with his squat and his bench. He's had a comeback, and hopefully he can do it now. But
Yeah.
he really needs this
If
to
there's-
get both first place and to secure a total.
Yeah. If there's anybody that can do it, it's Aftab. This will forecast him second. I think Ishtiaq's pulled ahead at first. But
You're right.
Aftab. So everyone's getting behind Aftab now. Final lift of the day. He needs this to post a total and to get onto the podium and for second place. Let's go, Aftab. He did it for squat. He did it for bench. Can he do it for deadlift now? Everything you've got, Aftab. Let's go now. Up, 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 and it's coming
It's
up.
moving.
Oh no, unfortunately, just not there.
Not
But
there
he's-
today.
He's in good spirits, regardless. He put everything out on the platform. He tried.
Yeah, I think he knows he runs a risk at the kind of weights he
Yeah,
puts on the bars,
yeah.
and a lot of the time it does pay off.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not today, but what a great competitor.
For sure. And that was beltless as well. Yeah, he was going beltless. So it's crazy.
We now have Jacob Blackburn going for 232.5 kilos. He missed his opener, went up 12.5 kilos, and that flew, and now he's gone up 10 kilos more to 232.5 kilos.
And the placement on the bottom right isn't accurate for the 74s, as there are many competitors to come later on in the second flight for the 74s. But nonetheless, 232.5, a very big deadlift indeed for Jacob.
He's requesting some more energy from the crowd to hype him up.
Let's go now, Jacob. Come on. And he's pulling. Unfortunately, just not there. But a great effort nonetheless.
Yeah, it's quite precarious hand placement for his pull. So I think you run a risk there for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
On different levels.
Just having that placement of the hands a little wider will benefit him to try and keep that upper back a bit tighter when he's pulling.
237.5 kilos to be retaken now for Ben Paul for his final attempt. Last lift of the day. Everything in it. Then you can go home and eat and sleep.
Yeah. Let's go, Ben. Everything you've got, the final pull, final lift of the day. And he pulls. Oh, you have to think what happened on that second attempt, because that third moved.
Wow.
That was a great third attempt there from Ben.
You wouldn't have thought anything bad happened on his second. So really fantastic there from Ben. We just have a few more lifters in this flight, and we will be going straight through to the next flight of 74s. So don't go anywhere once these guys have finished. It will be very exciting.
Don't go anywhere.
Kieran Drysdale now, 242.5 kilos for his final attempt, last lift of the day. $242.5 kilograms on the bar for Kieran. And he's pulling. Great third attempt, he knows it. Great way to finish the day. 3 for 3 on deadlifts. Great stuff there, Kieran. Yeah, he gives us a little nod at the top of that lift.
Yeah.
And he knows that he has finished what has been a fantastic day for himself.
For sure. Great third attempt there. We now have Ismail. 242.5 kilograms on the bar. Let's go now, Ismail. Definitely one of the vibiest lifters of the evening. Pulling conventional. Let's see what you can pull out of the bag now. Come on now, Ismail. Oh, he's pulling. Great third attempt, and he's gassed. He's so happy with that. That is 2 to 1. Lovely stuff there from Ismail.
And he fist bumps the refs, and you know that's what he's been like all day. Smiley, happy, enjoying himself, and what a great finish.
He's so
for
happy.
A great lifter. Yeah. We have Connor Beckencragen now with 245 kilos on the bar.
Connor, 245 kilograms on the bar. Sets it up well. Pulls. Ooh, unfortunately, I think he just got caught a little bit on his thigh there. But
Yeah.
great day nonetheless.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic day. Let's watch that back here. Yeah, I think that happened and he lost balance a little bit, unfortunately. But he, like you said, has had such a fantastic day.
And now we have Ridder with a massive 250 kilogram pull as a 74. He has had a spectacular day here to finish it off. Let's go, Ridder. Come on, everything you've got now. Yes. Oh, no. Just at lockout.
Yeah, well, I think on the way up, he kind of went down and went to pull back up and then realised that the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. You know, it wasn't worth wasting your energy, even at this point.
100%. It just kind of got away from him at the bottom there. When he was trying to lock out. We now have Ishtiaq going for 255 kilograms.
Now
this will break the total record that he currently has. This will break his current deadlift record that he also has in the juniors and the open.
Yeah, that's incredible. This is going to extend his deadlift record by 5 whole kilos. He's chosen not to take a chip, but is a 10 kilo jump from his second. This is for 2 different records.
He is hyped. Let's go now, Ishtiaq. Come on. Up.
Wow.
Oh my God. And he's got it.
3 white lights. That is 2 new records broken by Ishtiaq. The total record, the deadlift record, which he owned already himself. But
what a day. 9 for 9. Total record. Deadlift record. Bench record. What a day for him.
Fantastic. Really, really good
as
effort.
a junior as well. And at a senior competition.
We move now to 262.5 kilos on the bar for Ryan Hill. Taking his time, making sure he is 100% ready to pull on that bar.
And he's pulling. Unfortunately, just getting away from him there.
And I believe that concludes the first flight of 74s, all of the 59s. And we are going to be going straight into our next flight of 74s. You can see the score sheet here. A really, really good session from the 59s in the first flight of 74s. Yeah. And as you can see, we are in for some really huge pulls from the rest of the 74s as well.
We have first, second and third place confirmed in the 59s. We have Ishtiaq at first, Ibnu at second and Lahiro at third. Unfortunately, Aftab can't place and doesn't have a total as he did miss his last 3 deadlifts. So that is your podium for the 59s to conclude. However, we still have the 74s to finish off with. We have John Bermudez opening with 225 kilograms on the bar, and just watch the techers on this sumo. Fantastic. Wow. Very controlled.
Same weight now stays on the bar for George Sando.
Let's go, George.
So that moved so quickly, but yeah, I think as you were about to say, he did rock forwards at the top there, a bit of a speed bump, if you will.
Bit of a soft lockout. He kind of thrusted his hips through a little too quickly, and it kind of shifted the bar forward and lost his balance. So it's just about getting that timing perfect. But nonetheless, I feel he's got a lot of room to kind of follow up on his second and third. We have William Strickland Miller, 230, looking to visit the dentist on his opener. And a good pull. Yeah. Very good pull.
Really nice. Unfortunately, William didn't get a bench in, so unfortunately he can't post a total, but it's really great to see lifters come out and continue and finish their day off.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you've made a lot of effort to come through and you've worked hard. You owe it to yourself to finish off the competition regardless.
Jordan Partington now, opening on 235 kilos. Jordan's, like we said, having a fantastic day.
Yep.
We've only seen him really have to work hard once on his final bench.
Yeah, and also, his third attempt was the only attempt where he actually was pretty much struggling, but the rest of the attempts have been absolutely flawless. And moves now. Nice. Very simple. A lot of room.
We have Steve Tyers following now with 240 kilos as his opening attempt. These are the final lifts of the day, these lifters, so you watch how this time flies by as it gets more and more exciting.
Steve Tyers, 240 kilograms on the bar to open with. Crazy opener, crazy. Simple, easy as you like. I think he's good for another 12 to 15 kilos there.
We have Hugo now opening with 242.5 kilos. A lot of very strong openers in this flight.
Great stuff there from Hugo. Fantastic opener. Very strong bencher and very strong deadlifter, Hugo. And he has made significant improvement from last year as well. I remember he was in the second flight last year and now he's in the top flight.
It's a big milestone.
Yeah.
So really well done to him. We've got Malcolm Long now at 245 kilos as an opener. And by the looks of it, Sam Ju has increased his opener for his deadlift, which makes things a little bit more exciting for everyone.
He is chasing. He's not far off Dylan. Wow, he's moved it up to 250 and Dylan is moving his up to 260. I remember Dylan's was 257, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
We are in for a good show.
Let's see what Malcolm can do now.
And that's 2-1, a good lift. It moved so quickly. You can see it again here. I think he just got a soft lockout from one of the side refs there.
Yeah. And the bar is loaded for Sam, who has increased his opener to 250 kilograms.
Now, we said his squat and his bench were good. Let's see how he deadlifts.
A more froggy approach. Oh my god. This man needs to learn how to try.
He is having a good day by the looks of it.
Yes.
That's 3 white lights. And a really good first attempt.
Wow.
It's going to be very excited for those final deadlifts where
For sure.
we're going to see some energy.
We have Luke, I believe, coming out next. 255 also, I believe. Sorry, I'm not... 255.
255 kilos, yeah, on the bar for Luke Rogers.
Oh.
Very patient off the ground there.
Yeah, I was going to say he really takes the slack out and then waits a second. Doesn't want to get caught by the whip. A lot of people, when they pull the slack and try to pull straight away, kind of can be forced forward into a bad position because they weren't just patient that extra second or two.
255 kilos remains on the bar for Alexander.
We have some big deadlifters, honestly. Look at this. People are just absolutely throwing about 250 kilos as an opener, as a 74. It's great to see.
It's so easy to forget this is a 74 kilo
Yeah,
class.
exactly. So it's lovely to see. Great stuff there from Alexander. He was pretty upset, I think, on that final bench he did. But he's had a really good day so far. And judging by that opener, he's set for some great deadlifts coming up now.
We have 260 kilos being put on the bar for Dylan Nelson.
Some would say he's the Paddy Pimblett of powerlifting.
It's a niche reference.
Yeah. What do you say, Ramsey? I'm talking to you, Ramsey. Do you think Dylan Nelson could be the Paddy the Baddy of Nottingham Anyway, so we have Dylan Nelson eyeing up 260 kilograms on the bar.
He looks like he's having a really good day today.
Yeah.
And this is going to really tell us how his deadlifts are going to go from here.
He is gassed. Is he still doing the mixed grip hook grip? The mixed hook grip?
His thumbs don't look like they're involved yet. There they are.
Yep.
Very
That was easy
strong.
as you like. Yeah, he knows. You can just tell after that he's fired up.
I have to say though, it's getting close up there near the top.
It is. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. The body weights are so similar as well.
But that wasn't even the last deadlift out, believe it or not. We got Sabir right now, opening with 200.
Saber.
Sabir, sorry. I slipped right back into it. I said I would perfect it. 265 kilos.
Yes, he's a phenomenal deadlifter. I had the pleasure of warming up with him at Home Nations, and yeah, crazy deadlifter. Opted to wear knee sleeves. Some lifters use it to hide their soft knees, although it does attract the referee's eyes to the knees.
That just moved absolutely crazy fast.
Yeah, he looked like he just didn't even try there. Just got into position, pulled it, and just left.
That is such
That's
an excellent
amazing.
lift.
Honestly, that's amazing. And that's kind of the way he kind of goes about his lifting in general. Very nonchalant, very relaxed. You know.
We are through to the second round of deadlifts now, with George Sandow taking 225 kilo for a second time. Let's hope he can get this and finish his day off strong.
Yeah. This was just a technical issue. Yep. There's some downward movement, I believe, on the first attempt. So let's see how the second attempt moves now for George. Lovely. And just like that, I think he now has a total on the board, which is lovely. 3 white lights.
Yeah, he is safe to deadlift another day, and
Yeah,
you can tell it's so much more controlled on the way up, you know, not getting that bar whip at the top.
for sure, for sure. Has Chris Gillard dyed his hair? Looks quite nice. He's a very he runs the GB powerlifting support group. Also a very famous powerlifting what's the word? Platform manager. He runs a lot of the big platforms. We now have John, 240, 15 kilo jump. And that is totally valid, to be fair. That first attempt was very speedy. His brother just watching him there. Also a deadlift specialist. Ooh, that's the 2016 PAPE brace. Let's go, John. And that was lovely, lovely, lovely deadlift for John. He is excited.
And that is a good lift. 3 white lights for John there.
Lovely day there for John so far. He is looking to go 9 for 9 with that final deadlift coming up. We now have
William Strickland Miller with 240 kilos on the bar. A 10 kilo jump from his opener now.
and that is 3 white lights. Three white lights there for William. Great second attempt.
We can just have a peek at the scoreboard now, and we can see all those second attempts having gone in. Some huge numbers right there.
Huge number. There's two. I think I saw 275 twice there.
Yeah, I saw 272 from Luke Rogers as well.
Yeah. So we've got some big second pulls coming through. Jordan, 250. Quarter of a ton. Let's go. And look at that. That is crazy.
Really lovely second attempt there from Jordan.
I don't think I saw a deadlift move that quick. Second attempt and all.
Steve Tyers waiting to deadlift there.
255 kilograms on the bar for Steve. Nice setup, and that was rapid. That was so good.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing some, first of all, really technical lifters here tonight, but also just some immense strength, you know, with
sure.
what seems like untapped untapped power.
For sure. And now we have Hugo. I believe attempting 255 as well. Yes, strong. That is super strong there from Hugo.
2-1, a good lift, just a soft lockout call from the right-hand referee there. He did have to work a little harder for it, but man, the strength is definitely still there.
Yeah, for sure.
brushing down the bar here, making sure each lifter has as good of a chance as possible. Obviously, when we reach the third, that'll happen in between every single attempt.
Yeah.
Bar is loaded for Sam Dew.
Sam Dew going for 262.5 kilograms.
And his first just moved so rapidly.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and as you can hear the MC saying he made that look easy, and he really did.
Yeah, for sure.
We now have Malcolm Long, who jumped 20 kilos,
Whoa.
who went from 245, now going to attempt 265.
That's the biggest jump I think we've seen today.
It is, yeah, which is absolutely huge. I don't think there's anyone else who's made such a big jump, even yet to come. But Malcolm Long, 265 kilos. This will pull him from 11th to 8th for the time being.
Yeah. Let's go, Malcolm.
Wow. Now it's really quick on the way up. He got held for a while at the top, and he gets called for a red on the side, which is a soft lockout, and then a blue from the center, which I think can be hitching or downwards movement.
Yep.
So called for a couple of errors there, unfortunately, but I mean the 20 kilos extra went up.
Yeah, that's kind of the risk you play when you take a really big jump. I see Paul ran over to the jury table to discuss whether to get that overturned, but
Yeah.
I don't think successful. We now have Alexander, who is jumping, also taking a big jump of 15 kilos. So let's see what Alexander can produce. Oh, he's pulling. Moved really well. Yeah, 3 white lights from the judges there.
We now have 272.5 kilos on the bar for Luke Rogers, which is another really big jump.
Yeah, 17.5 kilo jump for Luke. But he is a veteran. He's been here many times before. Let's see what he can do, what he can produce. Let's go, Luke.
He's so patient off the ground.
Yeah.
And it pays off, as you can see there. The referees say, yep, 3 white lights is a good lift.
And you know, the fact that, you know, his first attempt moved at a very similar speed. So he's just one of those people. He's experienced. He knows his RPs. He knows how much he's got.
Now coming
so it's
up,
good.
we have Dylan Nelson with 275 kilos, followed by Saber with 275 kilos also. But this is a 15 kilo jump, and this will pull Dylan from second to first. So it really is that close at the moment.
Yeah. And just as he walks around, the positive talk, and the conversations that he has with himself, it's so important. Gets him in the right frame of mind. I heard he was spitting Eminem in the warm-up room earlier, just to get him in the zone.
You can see him saying, this is easy, this is nothing to himself.
Very, very technical. Takes his time. Gets his weight distribution right.
Wow.
Wow.
He is on form
I
today.
am worried for this third. I am worried for that third. That was so speedy.
And that has pulled him back into first place. And I think, honestly, that chip is going to help him a lot.
Yeah, and like he is a kilo and a half off. Sorry, he's 2 kilos off his best as well as a 74. We have Saber with 275 now.
So we take him from 7th to 5th as third attempts on George Sando.
Let's go, George. Final attempt. And it looks good from here. And the referees say 3 white lights. Great way to finish off the day. And you've got to give it just a moment for the spotters and loaders who have been going at it all day. It's honestly such a taxing job, and it just takes a lot out of you, but they've been on form. They've not delayed even a single bit, and no mistakes whatsoever. They're doing really well.
Yeah, they have to focus more than anyone today.
Yeah.
So really great job from them. We now have 247.5 kilos on the bar for William Strickland Miller to finish his day off strong.
Let's go, Will. Get all the will power he can to pull this third attempt. Let's go. And he's pulling, and he's pulling. Unfortunately, just not there.
$250 kilos now for John Bermudez, who honestly, his first and second, the speed between them didn't really change too much, and you know, he's an incredible deadlifter.
Yeah, he's had a great day. You know, he's got one more pull left, and he is ready. Let's go, John. Come on now. Everything you've got on this final pull. He has had an absolutely fantastic day. My goat, John Bermudez. The fan favourite. Arguably the better Bermudez. Well, let's see if he can pull 250. This will be a massive PB for him. And the redemption he needs from the Commonwealths. Let's go now, John. Come on. Everything you've got now. And he takes in time. And he sets it up well. And he's getting it up. Oh, no, unfortunately.
A big smile, though. And
Yep.
a great day for John, honestly.
For sure. He's had such a great day. He should be very proud of himself. It wouldn't be John without cramping ever so slightly. But so much, all the congratulations to him and his brother. They both did really well. Now we have up next
Jordan Partington with 262.5 kilos. And what's crazy is there's really not that much kilos, but there's so many lifters yet to go.
Yep.
In this. So this is keeping Jordan in third place.
Temporarily, before we hit the higher deadlifts. Let's go, Jordan. Come on now. Everything you've got. Oh, and he's pulling, and he's got it. And that is an 8 for 9 day for Jordan.
Yeah, and a really good call for that final deadlift, I think.
For sure. Great third attempt call. Yeah, that's a great third attempt there.
The fact that we're on 262.5 kilos and it's still, several lifters to go.
Yeah, it's
insane.
crazy. And look at this little wild card here. We got Hugo with 262 on his third attempt. He's gone from first flight last year to now in the second flight and towards nearly the end of closing deadlifts. So great stuff here for Hugo. Let's go. 262.5 kilograms. I think he wants to break that 600. That'd be a great milestone. Oh, and he's pulling. He's pulling. Let's go. Come on, Hugo. And I think he might have just done it. Oh, no.
I think, unfortunately, yeah, he was just started losing balance at the top.
Yes,
but
yes.
he held on as long as he could.
He really did. Well,
Great effort.
At least he knows he can get it up. He just kind of lost that bit of balance at the top, bless him. But he's had a great outing nonetheless.
Malcolm Long now retaking that 265 kilos, which did go up. He just had some issues right at the end with that. You can see the score sheet here, and like I said, we still have 7 lifters left to go, and amongst that is Saber closing with 290 kilos as his final attempt. But first up, we have Malcolm Long retaking 265 kilos.
Yeah, he opted to take a 20 kilo jump from and now forced to retake and reattempt this weight on his third. So let's see how this moves. And it moves so much better.
And this time round he gets
Yeah.
it. Congratulations. Yeah. 3 white lights for Malcolm.
I think it was a little bittersweet for him. I think he wanted more, but you can't be mad when you just pulled 265. So great work from him there. Stands up straight. Has to say, give me a 4th attempt.
We have Steve Tyers now, who's had an absolutely fantastic day and has gone up another 10 kilos to 265.
He's looking for a perfect day. He has gone 8 for 8, going into his last deadlift, increasing 10 kilos. So let's see how he does now on this final attempt. Everything you've got now, Steve. Come on. Oh, and he's pulling. And he's got it. And that is a 9 for 9 day for Steve.
Fantastic effort there. And that puts him in 4th for the time being. So now we have Sam Ju coming up. And this is to pull him into 1st place position with 277.5 kilos. And now obviously, you know, it might depend on what Dylan does, but it really is so tight at this point.
Yeah.
And we said it would come down to the last deadlifts, and it has.
Mm-hmm. He's jumping 15 kilos here when he jumped 12 from his 1st to 2nd.
If you've got to pull for the win, you know,
yeah,
you might as well take that risk.
For sure. And to be honest, judging by 2nd, this does not seem out of reach whatsoever. So this will be very interesting to see how Sam deals with this now. Let's go, Sam. And he's going for it, and he's pulling, and he's putting everything. Unfortunately, just got away from him a little bit.
Unlucky. We'd not seen him struggle really at all until now, but you know, like we said, if you've got the chance to pull for the win, 9 out of 10 times you're going to take it.
100%. I think he just prematurely locked the knees out a little early there. But now we have Luke Rogers coming in for 280 kilograms on the bar. He is getting hyped. Let's go, Luke. Come on now.
Huge final pull here from Luke Rogers. unfortunately couldn't quite lock it out, but again, patient off the ground. A really great day from Luke. 280 kilos will remain on the bar for Alexander here. Bar is loaded for Alexander.
$280 kilograms, jumping 10 kilos to secure 4th in the 74s. Let's see what he can put together now, if he can pull this final deadlift. He's putting everything into this. Oh, he wants it. And it was there, 3 white lights.
Lift. Now, Dylan Nelson has loaded 287.5 kilos onto the bar. He wants that win. He's hungry for it.
Yeah.
I think he's already secured the first place,
yes.
if I'm honest.
He's already
with Sam missing that.
Yeah, with Sam missing his 3rd, he secured first.
He secured first place, yeah, so this is just to extend that lead, to get that total. He's going for the A total, I believe, for contention for Team GB.
Yes, yes.
So we're going to see some big energy now.
This is going to be electric. Everybody will get behind him now on this final deadlift. And the bar is loaded for Dylan Nelson. He has bought everything today. He's absolutely executed squats. He's absolutely executed the bench. And now for the final deadlift. Yes, he's getting everybody fired up for this final deadlift. Going for it now. He sets himself, he's pulling, he wants it, everything he's got now, he wants it. Oh, unfortunately, just a tad too heavy on that last attempt.
But don't go anywhere, because that's not the final deadlift. We still have somebody in the 74s.
Saber.
Yes, Saber, now pulling for 290 kilos. Now this is an absolutely mammoth deadlift. It doesn't pull him into first position. Dylan has secured that, but it will take him from 6th to 3rd.
Yeah. This is a big pull. Very, very big pull for a 74 kilo lifter. Cool as a cucumber.
The last deadlift of the day, 290 kilos for that podium position.
Saber for the final deadlift to close off the first day of competition. Let's go. Come on. Oh, and he's pulling and he's going.
Can he lock it out? Oh my word.
And I think he's got it.
Wow, that is a good lift. He ends the day on 290 kilos. And not only that, he has pulled himself onto the podium. And
what a final pull.
What a finish to a fantastic first day of lifting. And that leaves the 74s as it stands as Dylan Nelson taking first, Sam Jew taking 2nd,
and Saber in 3rd.
With that 290 pull. So
just to pull him right at the end.
What a
onto
fantastic
the podium.
finish. Thank you everybody who's come to watch. We will have the medal ceremony coming up without commentary from the box here. But thank you to everyone who's stayed and watched, please do watch the medal ceremony and tune in again tomorrow morning for the next flight of lifters.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, and we will catch you tomorrow.
Are we on?
We are, and we are back very quickly to speak to Dylan Nelson, who maintains his 74 kilo title. How are you feeling?
I mean, obviously I'm happy I won, but I'm gutted about that last pull. We'll see. Obviously I needed that for the A total. We'll see what happens now. I really don't know. It's one of them. Obviously I'm happy I won, but it's
mixed feelings.
Yeah, because the only reason I do the British is obviously to do international comps, and now with this new A total thing, it's like, what is going to happen?
Yeah, I suppose, questions, time will tell, but I think otherwise, especially with kind of the recent history you've had with pain and everything like that, the day you had was incredible.
Yeah, it was. I ran really, really happy with the performance. It looked like, obviously, if I just pulled a bit, like say I could have probably got a 282 or something, and that would have been like a PB, so I probably could have PB'd on all three.
Yeah.
So it would have been a good day. But it's just, I don't know. Oh, it's one of them. It's like, I can't really be, it's sad that I can't be happy that I won, because, do you know what I mean?
You've got your own goals though, and it's bittersweet right now, it's still fresh. So,
but
yeah, so what are you kind of happiest with of today?
Probably that squat, to be honest, because
it
felt like there was a little bit more in the tank, and just from where I've been training wise, like I actually pulled me back again 2 weeks out. So obviously I don't want to make excuses, but like I literally did pull my back 2 weeks out, and I didn't like train 1 week out. It was a bit all over, so I really didn't know where I was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I am happy to hit like a PB, even though if it's only half a kilo, but still.
Well, I think it's still incredible, and I think, you know, Taylor Atwood's got to be scared for that.
No,
for that
I don't know.
record.
He's probably going to smash it next weekend.
Wow, is he competing at 74?
Yeah, for Sheffield.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think you're not far off.
Well, hopefully soon.
Wow.
We'll see. See if I get to go to Worlds or not.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. I mean, I think even like regardless of injury or anything or pain, anything like that, it was a really strong day. So with you pulling your back a couple of weeks ago, really amazing. But I understand it's bittersweet right now for you.
I mean, I'll let it settle in over the few days. I'll go and see Henry, try and sweeten him up a bit, see what he says. I'll slide him a few £100 or something. No, I'm joking, but still, yeah.
Oh, well, I'll let you go celebrate and
I'll go and jump on the #1 spot.
Yeah, enjoy
Give
that.
it to me!
Congratulations,
See you in a bit.
Dylan.
See you later.
See you later.
Please make your way to the platform. We will give you your Medal of Honor, and then we'll do the drinking cup. I mean the trophies. All right, is everybody here? Everybody here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask for a round of applause for all the lifters this afternoon. Some very, very heated battles in both the classes. So just handing out the medals is Jim McGill on the right hand side and Adam Red Light Riley on the left hand side. By the way, if I pronounce anybody's names wrong, please do let me know. I will do my best. Alright. So while that's being done, I'd like to say a huge thank you to, obviously, Nottingham Strong for letting us use the venue today, Aleco, who has sponsored the event too, SBD, and our newest sponsor, Union Jacks. Where's Dylan as well? Oh, he's there. I've never been happy to. All right then, so in the 59 kilo class, in third place with a 505 kilo total, 83.79 GL point, Ibnu Ayib Haj Mohammed, did I do that right? And in second place, Laru Surin. With a 530 kilo total, 84.85 GL points. And in first place, I think I'm right, fresh out the juniors? Ishak, fresh out the juniors, isn't it? Fresh out the juniors with a brand new bench record, deadlift record, and the British total record. First place, 94.59, Ishak Nabi. And a free hat courtesy of Aleco. Alright, congratulations. Thank you very much, lifters. Give them a round of applause. They are podium finishers in the 59 kilo open class. And now in the 74 kilo class, coming in at third place with his final pull, netting him that third place position, 97 point on the dot IPFGL points, Saber Mia.
In second place, very, very close battle today with 695 kilos, Sam Dew. And in first place with 708 kilo total, 104.23 GL points, a brand new British Open squat record of 281, Union Jack's very own Mr. Dylan Nelson. And a round of applause for our 74 kilo open podium finishers. Now, before we all go on the sesh, can I ask everyone, if you in the warm-up area, because there's 3 more days of lifting, if you can just make sure that you clean up after yourself. 2 things you leave at a platform is memories and bodily fluids. Thank you very much. We'll be here tomorrow. Take care. Tip your waitress. Thank you. Bye-bye.